This is
Now we are
nothing to be talked about tonight, right?
streaming?
Yeah,
We are streaming.
talk some of it about it.
Yeah.
We're live.
Yep,
We are?
I got it.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order. The Caddis Town Board meeting. We're gonna approve meeting minutes from the June 3rd, June 17th, and July meeting. And then also, we're gonna have a budget meeting after this one. So, all the board members are present. We have one person from the community. And we'll go from there. The meeting's open. Everybody get minutes from June 3rd.
I emailed them to you
I got them.
the last week of June.
You brought me some, though, didn't you?
I'm not sure.
That's not-
I emailed them all.
Well, it doesn't do me any good. Oh, well.
It's the second page of the packet.
Thank you.
You know I had something to do this evening. You gotta do each one individually.
Mhm.
Okay. We all look at them.
I'll look down.
Okay. I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the third.
A second.
Aye.
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 Make a motion to approve the 17th.
17th, we opened and closed it. Deb was not here for that one.
Yep.
Okay.
So it'll only be me and you. So I second that one.
Aye.
Okay.
And July 1st. Make
Same.
a motion to second. Aye.
Second. Aye. So all was ready.
Deb, you do not sign the last two. Just the first.
Just the first one.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe these two first.
Mhm.
Okay. So the first thing on new business, with the town being in the shape that it's in, on financially, we've talked about it a little bit and about going through and dissolving the town board because of the situation between the fire department, the pay, everything that we got going on. So I wanted to bring that to the table to talk about it. If there's anything about it, nobody wants to do it. The options is, it's a sinking ship. Right now, we don't have any kind of funding coming in. With the money that keeps coming in the bills, if anything was to happen, we're going paycheck to paycheck, if you wanna say. Every little bit that we get, it goes right out. We talked to the lawyer a little bit, and to dissolve it would be that everything would go to the county. The county we would make a ordinance for it. The town would go to the Henry County. They would take over everything, they would vote on it, and then they would take over everything from there on. But I wanted to bring it to our table because it's getting close to that, I feel. Not just myself, but the budget shows it. When we just couldn't have the money to pay for certain things, it is what it is. This year has really strapped us, as prior years. The budget's just not there. But I wanted to bring that out and let y'all say and talk, and if you have anything to add to to go against. I'll just talk about it, go from there, because I feel that that's an option that's gonna come to it. If anything major was to happen at here, if we had a major road collapse, if we have a roof collapse in this building, where would we get the funding from it? Because we don't have the funding to keep the other things, and with the bills from the fire department they're wanting us to take over, then we still don't have a contract with them, because we don't have the money to pay those bills, or start a contract with them and figure out, we're just getting pushed farther and farther behind every time. But I just wanted to bring that out there, and it's a possibility, and go from there.
I agree with the increased prices of receipt book alone. I mean, it's very, very clear that it's getting harder for us to manage even the basic operating supplies. We've talked about trying to get a roadblock for safety measures for over a year, and we just haven't figured out a way to do it.
Also too, I forgot to add with that was the 10% that the state has taken away from our tax revenue. That could cripple us on there for one expenditure. We run this town on, I don't know exactly, around $30,000 a year, and to take a little bit out of there, just, we've seen what this year done when we done a snowplow, that we had a snowplow that kinda got us and it put us in behind. You guys have done all the streets and done everything that you'd saved up so much money and got grants for, and that put us behind, you know, but it was a great thing and it was what needed. But I just want you all to have that in the back of your mind, and hopefully you have better ideas, and I'm up for anything to find a way to make money and do things. I mean, but I think we're past the point of bake sales and cookie sales and stuff like that. I just don't think that that's gonna do anything for it. We need something furthermore.
Well, I think, because right now, the budget that we're working on is the budget from last year, before we had this problem here. And I don't know, you know, what kind of miracles we can pull out, but yeah, and with the fire department, I don't even have no idea what they're wanting totally.
Well, I know that I figured it up, and if it is like he was wanting the workers' compensation, whatever that may be, I don't know what that will be, but he had also talked about the clothing allotment and vehicle allotment. And if that's the case, then they're owed $100 per person. So if they have 13 members, that's $2,600 right there a year. So
Yeah, but don't they actually have to be owned by you for that?
no,
They
no,
don't?
because we are in a contract with them. They serve our entity, so they serve two entities. So the township and us. That's how. So before each entity is owed that. So when we went searching into it, yeah.
I wondered, with them being technically the township, that didn't make sense on.
See, nobody owns them. They are themselves. The township
That's
doesn't
right,
own
because
them
they're a
either.
501(c)(3).
Yep, they don't own, so they work for both entities.
I
So
got you.
it's just happened in the past
Yeah.
few years or so that they haven't done anything or pursued that. But now, of course, things have been arose, and I don't know.
I can tell you what we pay for workers' comp for a year.
For who?
And with our contract with the fire department, I believe you saw it.
Police and us.
So it was worded that in there from years back that they house here, they pay their bills, and then we don't pay them their, then we give them their set rate, whatever it may be, and we don't pay their insurance or anything like that, their workers' comp, because they took it out from there, because we're housing them. Whereas the township doesn't. We have the house for them, they're here to use it, and so as prior meetings we've had, it just didn't work out that, you know.
Alright, well, so if they're wanting all of this now, can't we start charging them rent for housing all of their equipment?
That's the other option there.
And then could we reduce my salary to help put back in?
Not from that way.
State law says we are not allowed to reduce salaries.
What if
I know.
Trust me,
We've tried to.
we've all.
Why does Caddis not do dinners and stuff like every other fire department does to raise money when they need stuff?
Fire department
Fire
did do that
department
stuff.
does,
But-
well, they have in the past.
I'm saying, why
I
if
used
they're
to be-
needing
They
money
didn't
now,
do
why aren't
anything.
they?
They don't need the money now. They got a big lump sum from the county, so they just want us to pay them more because they thought the building was theirs. They found out that it was not theirs, it's still the town's, and that caused a big uproar.
So are they still under the current contract where they are in charge of their own bills? I mean, the way it sits currently, is it
We're
affecting,
not under
The
contract
town's
at all.
in-
We're
income.
we're not under contract.
so when did that contract end then?
They refused to sign after the March 31st.
March.
Whenever the last day of March was, 31st.
Yeah, they signed a temporary one for January through March,
Mhm.
then they didn't, they refused to sign beyond.
So how big is the township outside of Caddis itself?
Harrison Township.
I don't know what grounds that covers,
You know, no.
essentially.
I don't know the numbers right offhand now.
I have to look it up.
I just wondered, because if they can't come to an agreement with the town board, doesn't that kind of leave them hanging out in the middle of nowhere with nowhere to put their supplies and all of that, but they've gotten money from the county, so now they're
Yep, it does, and
up the
we're
creek with
trying-
no paddle, essentially, like, I don't
But
understand
here's
how
the
they're
thing,
holding the,
If we do, then, so if you suggest we just kick them out because they're not living here, we can't do that because we still have to pay the bills. And that's where we don't have the fundage to pay the bills. So they pay all the bills, the utility bills here for free housing.
Mm,
So if they was to leave out of here, then we're gonna have to come up with money to pay the bills. So where do we bring that money from?
rent the space out to someone else. Not,
What do we do for,
I'm not saying necessarily, I'm not saying it's ideal, but I'm not even necessarily saying another fire department, obviously, because
We have
they're
to
the
have-
ones.
we have to give fire coverage to somebody. We have to give our people fire coverage. So that's why we've been trying to work with this contract to figure it out. So we're not gonna get another company, another fire department to come in here and say, okay, we'll live here when they've already got houses everywhere else. So like
Right.
Kennard, Greensboro, whatever we do.
But they don't have anywhere else to go, do
Who?
they?
Who?
The one that's currently here, the
No,
fire department?
no, no.
I'm just saying it's not benefiting them to keep fighting you guys on
Right.
this.
So. We all agree, but we don't have a fire department here now, a chief to talk to and discuss
And why is he not here?
back in the day.
Did he know the meeting
I
was
don't
here
think he's
tonight?
been here since March, has he?
I don't know.
No, I don't think he has.
Uh, Put out on the thing.
If the fire department was not an issue and those bills were taken care of, would the town be in a better place financially to continue having a
No.
town board?
No.
No, because, and well, I mean, it would be better, but with the 10% of tax decrease, that cripples us. We are in the red every year. Every year, they give enough to bypass, just barely squeak through. So if you take that 10% away, it's automatically guaranteed gone for the taxes for next year's budget. We're already in the hole before we get started out, even without those bills added onto it. And then, once again, even if the fire department wasn't taking it, we're gonna have a fire coverage from somewhere. So that money's gonna have to, we're not gonna get the same coverage for
Right.
$1,000 or $1,200, it's gonna be more to give to them, so that's gonna be more money coming out to go to there too.
Because we'll still have to pay workers' comp, we'll still have to pay clothing, vehicle allowances.
Right.
Well, they'll have to travel further, so the response times are gonna be,
Longer.
yeah.
I feel like part of my concern with like dissolving the town is I've lived in Henry County the majority of my life, and we moved out here to get away from town. But living in Henry County my whole life, I prefer Henry County over other counties around here. I
Right.
really and truly do. But if we're being honest, the county roads are not going to get plowed any faster by the county than they would be if, you know, we walked around with you know, a basket and collected donations from the neighborhood, you know, $5-10 here and there to pay for a plow service. We're gonna get plowed out faster that way than we are leaving it in the county's hands, is what I'm saying. If you drive down any county road that doesn't have lines on it, they're not well maintained in Henry County. There's not money in their budget for it either. So I'm just saying, as far as like worrying about what happens if this happens or that happens, well, the county doesn't have the money to necessarily take it on either.
Right.
And I'm not saying that means that we shouldn't dissolve as a town. I'm just saying I don't necessarily think that's gonna fix the problem. You know what I mean?
Did you guys look into raising taxes and stuff like that to cover it?
So we looked into that, I looked into it, and it's gonna be 4 to 5 years before we ever get to see any kind of tax raise come back to it. And it's not even gonna be enough because there's not enough here in the town to tax. So from when I was talking to the guys that was doing that, it's gonna be a handful of pennies compared to whatever, you know? And even if we was to try to, what do they call that, where you take on farther out? And that's not gonna happen with the township, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And when we do raise taxes, each line item that we raise taxes for is only allowed to be used for certain things. So if we raise taxes for fire department coverage, that can only be used for fire department coverage. So we can't just go and raise property taxes for one specific reason, you know.
You can't just raise it for general fund purpose?
I don't think so, I don't
It's
know.
gotta have a reasoning on there is what I've talked to him.
I mean, that, I feel
Otherwise-
like that's a reason
otherwise-
general
otherwise-
town business.
Right. Otherwise, it was gonna be, you could just raise it any time. You can only raise so much per something. You have to have a
Right.
percentage of why, and you have to have a good reason for it. So if it's school reasons, if it's, you know what I mean, something like that, the way he was explaining to me. But that's, I mean, I'm all for paying more taxes if it'd help. I'd do whatever, but as we all know, everybody's put in a penny or a dollar here for the town for something to add into it, and it's been that way for the last how many years, you know, it's just catching up now. We all pitch in and mow and take our own money to mow, so it ain't like we're not doing something as a town. I plowed the town with a 4-wheeler all last year because it's my town, I live here.
Right.
Because of the plowing guy that we had. So I know all about putting into the town. I agree 100%. But at the same time, I have to look at what's best for the town. And what's best for the town is not people that, a board that's here that has nothing to be able to do anything. They done great by getting the roads done this last year, but now we're paying for it because now we're in a standpoint that we can't do anything. We can't buy a book for, you know, receipts. You know, I mean, when's enough is enough. When do you cut your losses and say that? And
2 receipt books of $300.
400.
400, oh, we went up 400. And that's like 100,
150 receipts
yeah.
for the last year. One receipt will last a year. And, I mean, that's taken out of operating supplies that we don't even have enough of our operating budget to cover that, let alone our office supplies budget or any of our budgets to cover that.
Well, I
And-
know, I personally think we need to get out here and start talking to these citizens in town.
and-
I can honestly tell you, I would have no idea any of this was happening if I didn't talk to Debbie, like,
And that's the
5
other thing
times a
too.
week.
is- And that's the other thing too. We have a meeting that's posted. We've walked around town. We've talked to people. We passed everything. And this is what the town board consists of. Is right here. The people that come in is what you see. Nobody wants to put in, and that's the other thing is we couldn't get people to be on the board and that wants to be a part of it. Everybody's too busy or do whatever. But if they have an issue, and there's once again another reason. We set up ordinances. We come in and we made a bunch of ordinances. They change ordinances, and we have tickets that go to ordinances, and we don't get paid for them. We don't get the money. So that's what is the point of that? Because we can't
Why don't
afford.
we get paid?
Because are we willing to spend the money to take them to court to fight to get that ticket for a dog bite for $25 the first bite, and you're going to pay a $200 dog? You know, we don't have the money to pay that. So
Right.
where do you win your win and lose battles? I'm open for suggestions on everything. I live here. I don't plan on going nowhere. But it's one of the things, it's like, what do we do? We win or lose? How do you win? How do you go from there? And
Well, we have, I mean, again, I'm not trying to be anything here, but we have, from what I see driving by, 2 churches and 2 businesses in town.
One church.
There's only one church?
the little church,
Huh?
the little church.
Little yellow church.
Caddis isn't part of
No,
town?
It stops right there at Chet Pools.
I don't even think the girls are
Mm-mm.
not in the, what are they?
They-
It's not.
They are.
They are.
They are. Yeah, stop.
Okay,
The
well,
jigsaw.
Because I know, like, my parents go to Caddis. I know churches do fundraiser things all the time. I know they're getting ready to have a back to school bash. And I'm not saying that that the church has to come up with money for the town, but if they're having a back to school bash, why are we not doing like Caddis days along the same time so that because here's the thing, I was talking to Debbie about this the other day. I went to a vendor event with my husband down in southern Indiana. I actually used to love to come to Caddis days when it happened, but we went down there and I said this may potentially fix part of the issue with the fire department also, because we went down there and it was like $25 to have a booth. Now, if it's on private property, you're not looking at permitting and stuff. You ask that people have, liability insurance or whatever. But they send in applications, they pay you for the booth, and then they donate one item. Those items then get raffled off. If the fire department is concerned about not having money for things or wanting us to pay for things, the town could raffle off these donated items that are coming from the vendors, $1 a ticket, $2 a ticket, whatever, Take that money and put it into whatever, whether it's the fire department or whatever that the town is desperately needing money for at the moment. And then you would at least have, if we figured the space, I can tell you, I can come up with probably 50 to 100 vendors that you would have out here. And if you wanted to charge $25, $50 a pop, 38's a busy road, obviously not in the middle of construction, but if you wanted to charge $50 a pop for these vendors to be out there, they will come and spend an entire day out here. It brings people into the town, it makes these vendors money, it makes the town money. And then you still have these raffles. Now, I don't know, legally speaking, if that's, I know different states see it as gambling, or it has to be donations, or like the wording or whatever.
When we done the Caddis days, that was the food pantry that did that.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go, any of it went to the town, it was.
But I'm saying, why not now? Like, why, if the town has
And
been,
the thing of it is they used to do that years ago. The Women's Auxiliary, the fire department put on car shows, they done all that stuff. But all that stuff is no longer here. We can't get the people to fill the seats, so where are we gonna get the people to do that, is the thing. We all get all that. I'm all for it, we're all here. But if you only got 2 people, we've tried that a couple years ago, we're setting up down here at the church. We had 1 vendor show up. That was it, remember that? So, what do we do? I don't know. I get what you're saying. Back in the day when they done that, we've done plenty of car shows, and that was when we had a lot more going on here, and it's dwindled away over the years, and we can't get that back. Everybody's lost ties to the town, the township, the people, everything. They've gotten older, they've moved away, they've got new people here. The newer people does not want nothing to do with anything. Nothing.
I can tell you honestly, and I know you guys, I can tell you when the ordinance thing came out, Debbie said, hey, you're gonna get this thing in the mail. We never got one. I don't know if they got, or if you guys went and put
Passed from
them.
door to door.
Yeah, but we didn't get one. So, and I wouldn't have known there was ordinances had Debbie not said something. And I think she personally handed me one when I was like,
Was that the little thick paddle, the pad paper?
yeah, I was
Well, I
like,
know, I was a cop then, and
I
I put
didn't get
everything
one.
on everybody's door. So I was the one that passed those out, so I know for a fact you got one on your door. So I do remember that, because we went to you first, the new people was the first ones, and I do remember that. But yeah, that was the one ordinance for the new ordinance that we passed.
right.
Yep.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if
Yeah.
it blew away in the wind or what, but like, had we not been
Right.
neighborly,
I got you.
then we wouldn't have known.
Right.
But I mean, there's like a new family that just moved in.
Mhm,
Well, I guess it's over here. Just moved in up the road, and I've seen kids running around out there,
Mhm.
and they probably have no idea what happens in Caddis if they're not from around here. You know,
He's
what I mean?
actually on the fire department. Justin's his name, and he's on the fire department here with him now.
Really?
He's on there
Oh.
with the kids. Yeah. So
Well, that's
he
cool.
knows a little bit what's going on. So I try to make an attempt to go around and meet everybody and talk
Right.
to everybody because me and my wife walk around here like, basically every night.
Right.
But
But I can
It's
tell you
hard to
from the vendor event standpoint,
mhm.
homesteading has become a massive thing with
Mhm.
COVID and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I just met with people this past Sunday, 7 different ladies that could randomly meet on a Sunday at the library because one of them makes soap and one of them whatever, does flower arrangements and one of them makes bath soaks and, like I make herbal
So-
medicine stuff
So
and
if we're gonna do that, if we were to do that, how would we count on that as a permanent income? Because that's what we're looking for, is a permanent income every year that you can count on this amount. How do we do that?
set it up like the Farmers
So
Plate Festival.
and you know that every year you're gonna get that amount, even if it rains and pours, we're counting on that money, and nobody shows up. How does that work?
Well,
I've
that's
been to plenty of farmers markets and it's rained and nobody's there. So
Right.
that's the only thing. I'm looking from the town's aspect. We have to have a steady income of it every year that's coming in. That's my only downfall, because the bills from here are still coming in. If we have something that happens and a tornado blows through everything, I'm just saying, we don't have it, guess what? Now that income of $1,500 to $2,000 we don't have. So now what?
I would take a look at what the town's insurance is on the buildings. Because insurance should pay for things like that. I mean, I'm just
I'm talking
saying,
about if we was gonna have a farmer's market set up and it blows that all away, we're not gonna charge insurance for it.
no.
If it tore up the.
I thought you were talking about the building.
No, if the tornado come through for the farmer's market that we're having, for every year, and it comes through and it just trashes the place we're having it, and nobody sets up, we don't make $1 for that. So how do we take that? Can we put that into our account? We can't. So how do we, we gotta have steady income. I don't know how to explain that.
I understand.
I'm all for it. I want to know what's in the bag. You know what I mean? As far as, if that's the case, we could go get a loan, but we don't have a way to pay it back. We've dealt with that once, we've dealt with it, and we know, but we gotta have continuous money to show the state board of accounts that it's coming. Hey, this is here, this is guaranteed. We can't say, well, we're having a market, and that's guaranteed. That'll be extra. That'll be a
Rainy day fund.
yeah. It'll go into like what you guys do when you do your car washes or
Your
whatever it
donation
is.
fund,
Yeah,
yeah.
donation fund, and that would be extra. But we have to have something to show state board of accounts. We can't do that on a whim. They have to know this is the money that's coming in, you know? I mean, if I had the money, I'd throw the money all I could in there, but I can't say that, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and it's not there every time. And like I said, this is just a discussion. Nothing's set in stone, nothing's going from there, and, but I want everybody to be aware of, whatever happens. If the well goes out again here, do we have the money to pay for that? Do we have, insurance is gonna cover so much of it, like it did the last time, but we still have to come up with that $800 to $1,000 or whatever it may be, And our biggest worry is, just like the fire department said, if they find they're looking to build another department. And if they do that, they're gonna want more money for us to say, okay, we need you to cover our people. They move out, and now we're gonna have to give them more money than what we pay them now. Plus then we got the utility bills here, from that. That's my big worry from there, is try to get ahead of the game before it happens. If we can come to agreement, which is what I really want to happen, let's work on it. And I've asked him multiple times, hey, we're trying to figure out what we can do. We're gonna do this. We gotta figure it out. But that's why I kinda wanted a discussion of it tonight, so that hopefully with everything else, more people will come in and voice their opinions and come up with ideas to say, hey, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with grants. If we get a grant, you're not guaranteed to get the same grant next year. You're gonna get a grant this year, you're not gonna get it next year, so it's only gonna help you for this year. Now we gotta do it for next year and figure out what we're gonna do this year, you know what I mean?
Do we own the land on the park?
No.
No.
It's leased
It's leased
for 100 years, for
Yeah.
99.
to 99,
Yeah.
And it's just that fenced-in area.
Right, but like my thought would be like getting donations for a small building, putting it there, and then actually selling this to the fire department to where your costs would be a fraction of what they are now, but over there. You know, that way you still have a town board, you still have a building on land, you know, then you've sold this to the fire department for however much, and then the town has that revenue. You have a much smaller building with a lot less expenses. You know, or finding a small piece of land that we can either get donated or buy cheap or whatever, you know. Because again, this really, you know, we have our corner where you guys have yours, so it's not like we need a massive building. You know, and I've already had Trek Pool say he'd be happy to make us a building out of shipping containers or whatever. I talked to him about donating shipping containers and welding them together to make a building. I don't know, that's just an option I just thought of.
It's an option, it's not something that we thought of, so,
Right.
yeah. We used to, the fire department was a fourth of this building, because I was on the ladies auxiliary before, and we done lots and lots of fundraisers, lots and lots of car shows, and raised money for that, but it was the Build Indiana Fund is where that come from, the majority of it. Now, we had to have like the chairs and different things, so we had to come up with money for it. But yeah, and we would sit on an old table that we had down, and it had a few chairs around it, and the fire trucks were backed in there because it was a two-car garage, is what it was. But we had 3 fire trucks, and we would sit on the bumper of them and have our meetings, our town board meetings. And that's what we had, and we shared it with them, and this is where we've evolved to, and I just can't hardly believe that we've ended up here. And you didn't hear things from the fire department back then, well, we own, or this is our building, you didn't hear that from them then.
Why is that becoming an issue? Like, I mean, what made that come up anyway?
A fight between them and the police department and us. They split themselves. It happened before him, but come before you.
It blew up
Yeah.
whenever I
So-
came in here. Because by law, like you have to have some place to lock up evidence and stuff that's not
Mhm.
accessible to public,
Right.
which it's not. And that's what really started it. If I knew it was gonna blow up like this, I'd left it alone, but here we are.
And it's because we've asked for compliance for the police department and the town. We're supposed to have our stuff locked up too. And I mean, we've asked for space.
And it's a volunteer department, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why we need all this space. I'm just saying, I don't know how a fire department works, but I'm assuming that it's not like a paid department where you're sitting in here for a 12-hour shift or whatever. So why do you need the whole building? If you're getting called and jumping off the tractor or whatever it is that you do for your day job to run to a fire, you're not even in this building. Why do you care?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they say they're looking for a bigger building. They need a bigger building because it's not big enough to hold their trucks. So was what we was told at our last meeting.
Are the trucks here? But this isn't big enough to hold the trucks that are currently in the building?
It's hard to get them in and out.
Sounds like you need better drivers. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be a pain in the butt, but it's a volunteer service. This is not downtown Pendleton where, you know,
Right.
where the fire department is, it can totally demand what it wants in downtown Pendleton because they have the funding and everything.
Right.
Much bigger town.
Oh, yeah.
They get a lot more money in than what we get in. And it just, it's sad. Mechanicsburg, Honey Creek, both of them were towns. They still go by that, but not anymore. They're dissolved. So.
Do they do anything to bring extra money in for themselves?
Who?
The fire department?
They do, I don't know what all they do. I know if they do a racetrack, they go out and do the racetrack every Saturday night and do that stuff, but I don't know.
They'll do some pool fills.
Well, I was gonna
No,
say, that's
they
what a
don't
lot of
do that
places do.
Last I knew, it was been
Yeah,
3 or
like
4
on the
years
last
since they
one.
done full fields.
What's that
Why?
boy that comes down here?
Michael?
Micah was talking about being on one, the pool fill.
I think when I quit down there, they quit doing them then.
But you gotta have them here. I mean, they gotta come here, get the water and take it to the people. So, yeah.
Alright.
How many people in the fire department live in the town? Do any of them?
There's a few.
There's a handful, I'm not for sure how many new walls on it now.
I haven't had a new roster since 2023.
I just wondered.
Alright, so we're gonna pass that one then for now. Like I said, it's just discussion. Here's another discussion, possibility of dissolution of the police department. So, with that being said, the funding, once again, we're putting it out there. The money going out to cars for insurance, we have two. We pay for yours, we pay for the police car, our police car. Any way to save money is what we're looking at. The budget thing is absolutely there. There's a lot of things we can discuss on this and open to everything. I know we've had problems in the past with the police department. I know we've had issues with the police department, issues back and forth, back and forth. I don't want to be the only one to say anything, so everybody can put their effort in and say from there and go from that. If there is anything. The only thing I do notice is, I know we've had some issues getting rid of people, firing people, hiring people here. Every month it seems like it's been hiring new people. How's that going?
We're full staff now. I even put in a text message on nobody else is allowed to leave because I don't want to hire anymore.
What's a full staff? How many is that?
10 including me.
How many police plates do you have?
I think there's 6 or 7.
Can I ask why there's 9 officers aside from yourself?
So I have one for every day of the week,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have me and 2 other supervisors to help train and basically watch everybody else.
Is every day of the week covered?
It is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
So is everybody released?
Yep. Yep.
So
Nick was released on his own last
Who?
week.
Nick? Does he have his own car?
He's about to, yeah.
So also with that, weren't we supposed to be a year before they was on probation before they got their own car?
It was off FTO.
Huh?
It was off FTO.
what?
So we were doing at least 4 months, which was them being off FTO before I would give the approval for them to have a car. which is what we followed. Nick didn't get his car until he was off FTO.
When you say car, are these all cars that the town owns?
No, well, the town technically owns them, but what to do is, if they want to take the car, they buy the car, then they sign the title over to the town, so the town technically owns it. They pay for the insurance, the gas, the maintenance, they pay 100% of everything, so like the town's out zero money on it. But it allows them to go work off-duty work, whatever, in Indianapolis and stuff like that to make extra money. And if they ever leave, the title gets signed back over to them. But I mean, it's always an option. I'll pay for my own insurance, that'll save you a couple thousand. I mean, I'm fine with that.
I'm looking at options to save
Fine,
money.
and I'm just letting you know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's really not my choice whether you pay for it or not, but I'm telling you that's fine.
Right. The other thing with that is the hassle that has become. She was showing me insurance today, and we don't have a clue whose insurance is what on the cars, on the different VIN numbers, the different things. There's so many cars on there, like that. I don't know if it's been updated today or not, or whatever. But there's some. It looks like Theo is still on there.
Which is absurd. I keep, and Brittany has access to it too, I keep a Google sheet of VINs, cars. I will say it hasn't been updated this year because we were going to redo the spreadsheet. But I keep 100% track of everything on that stuff. That is our insurance company who is not following through with what I have email proof. I need this car off. I need this car on. I need this car off. I need this car off. That's 100% Chrissy. Has nothing to do with us.
I have updated that. There is a second sheet
Is there?
for 2025.
Okay.
I just know that too, when Moose Idea was pitched, I was on the department. I wasn't on the board, and listening to what you had said, that hey, you wanted this amount of people, so every day of the week's covered. And it's, how long have you been on the job now?
Almost 2 years.
And have we had a week that every day of the week's been covered? No. And the only thing with that is, and I get that, and the conversation I had with your assistant chief was that this is a volunteer thing. I get that 100%. But the board let you decide how many you wanted. The board let you take the police cars, you wanted the police cars, the plates. The board let you do everything that you asked for. And you're the one that said you wanted enough people for every day of the week covered. When the board would have sufficed with hiring you and having you a couple days a week here, 4 or 5 hour days, whatever it is, and that would have been perfectly content, because we've never had more than 2 cars here at a time. You know what I mean? And the headache for that and the liability with that is absurd. In looking from an outsider's position from a town, and it's like it's a roller coaster. Nothing has changed from day one on full coverage or whatever with 20 people or 19 people or 9 people or 6 people or whatever. It's been the same amount of coverage there from there.
You'll have to elaborate on that because that doesn't make any sense to me. The same coverage.
Okay, so when you don't live here, we live here. We see, I took vacations, they took vacations, we've got Ring doorbells, we've got cameras. We see when your officers get here, and it's the same officers. One officer here, this officer this day. I can tell you to a T when they get here, I can tell you when they're not. I can call dispatch, I can ask them when they clicked on, I can ask them when they haven't. I can know when they're there. I have wrote down on my phone every day that the officers has worked from when I was on the department and when I'm off. And I correlate that with what it is. I correlate with the time clock, the open time card, and the hours that some of those guys get. I understand are training hours. Just like the guy you just let go, he had 53 hours in there, which he wrote on there. 40 of that was his training. That's great. That's what we want to know, because that shouldn't be 54 hours because it's only training hours, which don't count. It's patrol hours. But as far as
So you only want them to clock in for patrol hours?
No, I want them to clock in for that too. I mean, if you want to do that, I don't, at this point, I don't care what, I mean, I just want it to, I don't want a paper coming in and saying that they've got 50 hours, 46 hours, and they went and done a 3-day training with Middletown, and that was 28 of their hours, and they still done 46 patrol hours when we know they didn't, you know? I'm not hard to, we are hard to get along, I'm hard to get along with, I get that. And the thing of it is the only one that benefits right now is you guys. The town doesn't benefit for the coverage that we are getting. The coverage, because we're out, and no matter what, you guys work your things, your shifts, your work, and your jobs. If all those guys was working their jobs there before then, before here, I feel like now they're working the security gig because we owe them their job, and that's not right. You know, that's not right. But like I said, the benefit, that's just my opinion on everything, and
Well, and that's fine. I'm trying to understand your point of view.
how many
Because-
days do you patrol?
One day.
One day. What days do you patrol?
And it varies usually. Now with my being in a full-time job, I'm usually out here Saturday or Sunday.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
You know, and that varies week to week depending on what my life schedule has going on.
So every day of the week, you have somebody here, just like you said the last time we had this issue. They're here from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. is the hours. They can do their 5 hours before there, correct? And I've got wrote down here where a lot of them haven't come in until after 8 and come in and worked a couple hours. And then other ones that's come in, I'm okay with that. They're putting their hours in. I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I'm
If
not
it
saying,
comes-
I don't know, I get on every day that somebody is working and check when they clock in, so I don't know what days you're talking about, somebody's been on
Do
past
you
days.
patrol, do you come and check the guys when they're out here? Like the guy that you have that set out the church for hours?
Not as often, especially considering he worked morning, early, whatever, that was a little bit different for me.
And I know I'm pulling this stuff out, but this is the stuff we
No,
see.
it's
I live here, you know, we live here. We're not obliged, you're lucky you don't live here, because then I'd be calling you all the time. Hey, but the thing of it is we live here and we see that when the people come out here, I've talked to the people, I say customers, but the people that live on 38, and they say, I asked them, I walk around daily, I talk to them, hey, we was going to Kroger's the other day, I pull out, and this car come 65 plus through town, black SUV, sitting there, front bumper on it, sitting there, boom, I threw my hands up at the cop, he sat there, I followed the car. Ridiculous. We love law enforcement, okay? We're all for it. We want the people to slow down. That's it.
The only one I ever see out is on Sundays, Sunday mornings. Yeah, and I see him pulling people over, which some of them church people come flying through there, they fly. So,
With all the
and
hassles.
Matt, you can hear Matt. You hear Matt. And I haven't heard Matt.
With all the
Not
hassles.
every Monday.
With all the hassles going on with everything, and the way that you pitched that, hey, everybody having their own cars is going to be outstanding, it's going to be great, we're going to have coverage, we're going to do this, you're going to see them all the time. And also with that, with every officer that set in and come into their application, their hiring, said, oh, we'll work all hours, you can't get us away from here. And then none of them, they get their 5 hours in, which that's
No, and on that aspect, you and I will both agree.
Yep.
You know, I will not, and I have brought that up before. You know, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that one. I even brought that up. Don't sit here and tell me you're gonna do something and then you didn't do it.
I don't want the town to get taken advantage of, Taylor. That's all I'm going for. Because here's the thing. If we got, you know how many days I go somewhere and somebody asks me, why you got so many dang cops out there? Well, they're all working at the mall. And that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? Because that's where they're doing. They don't. Well,
Then you need to explain like I explained. I've got one cop here for every day of the week and supervisors to help train and supervise. You know, that was what we all agreed on, and that was what I went for. I mean, I could have, you know, left it like the previous administration where they came in and worked whenever, for however many hours they wanted to, and then you didn't see them the rest of the month. We could have agreed to where I was the only one that worked, and that's fine too. I mean, on both of us, that's less headache for me. You know, but I was looking for the standpoint, you guys wanted people to slow speeders down, you wanted people out here to stop stuff. So we agreed on it, and I gave you more coverage. I gave you more coverage, more people, and then the cars and all that other stuff was to cut costs down on the town. Right? Now you don't have to pay for repairs as much on the car. You're not paying for as much fuel on the car. Because $100 a month budgeted in fuel would last 2 days.
I got you.
You know, so everything I am doing has been for the town.
But the budget isn't cutting because we're paying, once again, I understand what you're saying, we're paying your car, we're paying your fuel whenever you decide to do it, and you don't use that fuel. I get that. I know that. I've looked at that. I totally agree. We're paying that money. We was perfectly content with having one police car, our car, come and use it. Let's deal with it. Because I'm telling you, at the rate that we have seen, the cops come out, and most of them, some of them come here, and I don't know who has a car or who doesn't now, or all of them. I know Tim Lawton, he gave up his, and he's been out using the Tahoe. But this town isn't big enough for that, in my opinion. We don't have the backing for that. This is, you got a small force here. You know what I mean? It's overkill. Overkill. And
I'm not seeing them. I see that, but I don't see the others. And if they're there, I don't know where they're at, because I'm right on 38. I'm just
I
not.
do see them go up and down
Well,
Mill Street occasionally,
I'm
like
gonna
a couple
say,
times a week.
just, they may see a speeder here, they may not get stopped until they're past Armstrong Farms, or they may not get, until
Oh,
they get
yeah.
to Kennard Road, you know?
But there's lights, there's, things like that draw my attention to it. But I just, I see in fact, Larry Cole invited him down when he was patrolling, told him to come down and get a cup of coffee during our fellowship that's in between the Sunday school and the services.
Yeah.
And he did. And I thought, well, that's really good, because it's people in the town seeing the police department. But I'm not seeing the rest of them. I'm like, if they're telling you they're out here, I don't know where they are.
Well, I mean, their time clocks are saying they're out here. Their time clocks are GPS, and I checked their GPS. So whether they stay here, they don't stay here, I guess we'll have to do more checks on
their
people.
time clock is GPS. Because I talked to Brian, tried talking to Brian and to see how it's filming with GPS, but since they don't have pucks in their car, they can't be.
No,
Because that was my thing. If they're clocking in somewhere else, I don't,
I checked that.
once again, the town, I don't want the town to feel taken advantage of right now. And that's how it feels. And if you can talk around anybody around here and ask, especially on 38, you know what I mean? There was times that, man, they was out, hot and heavy. And then there was a week or two that wasn't nobody. They all took vacation, Matt took vacation, totally understand it. I get that.
Yeah, and they invariably stop in front of my house. I just saying, which is okay.
And, I know Jared probably talked to you about our conversation we had, and his remark was, well, if we lose that one, we'll just go to another department like we did Kennard. Well, we don't want that, Taylor. We want cover. If you're gonna be here, we want you to be here. If you're gonna have 10 officers here, we wanna see those 10 officers. We wanna see them, I'm not retired yet, but I feel like I am because I'm here all the time, and I know we're not gonna see them all the time. But I got ways. I know you. I know how to do things. I know ways to find out where people's at, how they're at. I know how to call dispatch. I know how to contact this. I can talk to other people. I can talk to Sproles. I can talk to Justin Schofield and Justin Wardlow. I get that. That's the thing. I don't want to have to do that. It's not worth all the headache and hassle of this.
Are these officers getting paid?
No. He's the
I'm
only one that
I'm the
gets.
only paid officer.
Yeah, he's the only one that gets money for that. These are all reserves, and how they do that, they are reserves, and then 9% of them work off-duty security.
And then do we pay for training for them?
No.
No, that's all out of them.
Okay. I just wondered.
The town basically, workman's comp insurance is probably about the only thing the town pays for the police officers.
Only thing we paid for is gonna be some
They
ammo.
use it,
That was it.
the guys are here,
Well, no, not
they use
even
this
ammo,
like a
'cause that
work,
came out of my
a
budget.
stepping stone.
Yeah, but it comes from our budget,
Tim's getting
because
ready
you
to
get
go
paid
to
for
the
our
academy,
budget.
he's
No,
going to
those
state
funds
police.
came from stuff that got donated
Which
and
is
stuff that we
Ammo came
collected.
from continued education
But-
fund.
Well, so those were tickets. that
I
we
just
drew.
wondered.
So that still doesn't
I didn't
belong
know
to town.
if the town, aside from paying
Right.
him, if the town was paying like for their training or something, if that was taking money away from the town.
And sometimes corralling them guys is, it's hard. We've had all kinds of ones in the past where they've done crazy stuff, which patrolling on 465 and, you know, it's like, what? It's just, things like that have happened, but that's why we have a town marshal, so. And a lot of these guys, they don't want to be a stepping stone. Like Tim's, he's going on. You know, he's further in his police career. But these guys, a lot of them, they, you know, do security in different places. And that's you know, that helps them out in that manner.
No, if you write tickets, does the ticket money go to the county or the town?
Ticket goes back to the police department for continued education, so it pays for stuff for the police department, whether it's ammo, training, or.
The town gets $4 off the police, the tickets.
Oh, okay.
So for every ticket, we only collect $4 from the state, and you just don't know when you're gonna get it either,
Right,
so.
because they're so prompt with that kind
Well,
of thing.
it's like if they take it to court and it's continued, it could be, the last time I looked at it, we got a ticket from like 4 years ago that we just got paid for. You know, so it's all based on when they go to court versus when they pay versus when the state pays the county and then the county pays the town.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm ready to make a motion to dissolve the police department. And it ain't anything other than what the accountability of everything to get the plates. I've asked you for 2 months, how many plates, the 2 meetings, how many plates you had, and you didn't know, you said you'd have to check your stuff. I have a bad feeling about that, okay? That's not good. As many people as come in and went out, and we don't know how many plates we have. When you couldn't tell me, you should go right that off your head right off the bat. When you have 2 officers, training officers, Cadis is not big enough to have that. That's just, it's unheard of, I guess, for a town like that, for a town of less than 250 people.
160.
Okay. And like I said, with everything going on, it's not feasible. The town is not benefiting from this. It's not helping the town any. You know, we're paying. I understand that you guys pay your cars, your insurance, all that stuff, but once again, I don't know.
I mean, let's be clear on that, other than me, the town pays for nothing on the police department. I mean, absolutely nothing.
Right. But our liability is worth a lot. We have 10 plates out there in the state of Indiana that could be doing who knows what, that we don't know. You trust them enough to hire them and then find out you have to fire them later.
Well, I mean,
I get you.
that's everywhere. I mean, you can't base that just on this. That's every job, that's every profession, that's
Right.
everything,
Right.
right? The difference would be is if I was like Landon Dean and just letting them continue going with DUIs and domestic violence thing, you know, I don't do that because of that liability. If it's a liability or a risk, I get rid of it.
Sulphur's bigger than us. How many cops do they have? How many cop cars do they have?
I think they have 2 cars and 3 people. You
2
know,
cars. They get a new one?
they got a Durango from the city.
And the city pays, or the town pays for that?
Yep. You know, but how often does Sulphur work? You see them once a month. That wasn't what you guys wanted.
Wait a minute. We wanted what you wanted, but you're the one that took it to extreme. You wanted 10 officers.
You're correct on
Correct,
that. You're
because
correct on
of that, because of that. Once again, we wanted you, well, I wasn't even on here at the time, so from afterwards when I got on, if you're gonna have 10 officers, I expect to see every 10 officer. Every day of the week, there's gonna be one there. At some point in the day, 5 hours, that's it, you know? I expect that. If you got 3 officers, if you got 1 officer, I'd be happy to see you once a week. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because we're getting what we're paid for.
Do you see where we're frustrated on that? Not seeing them.
So, that's fine, and you guys have, Joe has mentioned that in the past, right? That's why you didn't work on them late at night, super early in the morning, so I changed it. You still weren't happy. So, instead of just saying, let's get rid of you, why can't we come together and work on a compromise? You saying this versus working on a compromise are 2 totally different things.
Because your compromise was not a compromise. When I asked you about tickets, you said, I'm not gonna do a fight. You work for us. That's why. If we say we wanna see how many tickets you write, we wanna see how many tickets you write. We wanna see that you said it from day one. I'm gonna be accountability, I'm gonna have accountability on the guys, and I'm gonna be straightforward to everything.
And I have been straightforward, and I straight up told you, when it is a fight every month,
That's
it
a
is
fight
not,
that we have.
it's not worth the stress to sit there. But
I agree.
if you want to absolutely sit there and say, listen, this is how it's going to be, you need to show us how many tickets. I'll show you how many tickets, but I'm not going to fight about
Right.
officers' rights.
I
So,
think you're right, and I get that 100%. The other thing with that is when we ask that, why is the cops outside of town all the time? When it's Caddis that we're worried about in here, when we watch and they're out here, but I understand they get away from town, whatever. But when they spend 90% of their time out at the power plant getting people or supposedly pulling people over, that don't help Caddis any. That's not slowing them down here because they're doing 90 when they come in here because they just got mad because you pulled them over and gave them a ticket. I don't know. It's
I don't
not.
know
it's
anything
not worth-
about that portion other than the one guy spending 9 hours down there, which was handled.
Mhm.
You know, as far as you guys saying somebody spending 9 hours, 5 hours, whatever down at power plant, say something.
I don't want to cause a fight.
See, and that's just being childish in my eyes.
That's what you said. That's your exact words from last month or the month before. Correct?
But how am I supposed to know something bad is going on if you don't say something?
I got you. It's a big headache, man. I mean, all the way around. It was super simple when we had one cop car here and the officers come and worked it. That's it. So you tell me what the benefit is for you guys to all have your take-home cars and go, what's the benefit of the town? I understand that when they decide they want to come to work for 5 hours, they're going to come and do that.
Cost. Cost is the benefit. That was the only reason I can take all their plates away right now and we can go back to driving the Tahoe.
Okay?
You know, but now you're going to have to come up with that cost once again.
Okay.
Even if it goes down to just me coming in 2 days a week driving the Tahoe, we're going to have to figure out costs on the Tahoe because it's wear, tear, gas. You don't have the budget for it. This whole meeting is about not having the budget for it. So I eliminated that problem. And it's still not good enough. So, you know, tell me what you need from me so I can work with you.
I want to see him. I want to see him out there. I see Doug. I presume he starts like 6 o'clock or something in the morning. I don't know.
If we're going to go into, make a suggestion, let's have it in writing. Like, these are the things we want to see from you, okay? Like, whether we have to do a resolution or just a list or something, let's make it very clear and concise in writing, if that's the path we're gonna go down.
But
Okay.
if we're going to do that, we got to talk about it to get there.
Yeah,
Can I ask a question? Out of your officers, of all your officers there, if we took your police powers away from only working Caddis, how many's gonna stay? Be truthful.
I'd probably say 4,
Why is that?
because you just took away their livelihood.
Their livelihood is working security to make that not correct. They don't
Well,
have the badge.
it is, you know, working security, but it's also the ease of life, right? You have to go work a 9 to 5. It's harder to come work in town. I'm not saying, who knows, maybe more of them would stay,
Mm.
you know, because a lot of them love being cops. But I'm gonna say maybe 4 is gonna stay because they're super grateful for Caddis. They love being here, they love the town. Where the other ones will be like, well, I'm gonna have to go figure out something to do to make livelihood because you just took away their income.
Right.
Okay, so one of the things, are you writing it down?
That's gonna be a whole separate sheet of paper here, come on.
Well, that's okay. Is Sienna. You know, I don't know. You can text me and tell me such and such is out on this day. We don't have no idea. I know Doug's out on Sunday, but I don't know when the others are. I think Matt used to be on Mondays.
Matt still is on Mondays. He's more towards noon now, noon, 2 o'clock, and he's in the first thing in the morning.
Okay, because
But Matt's still here on Monday. Derek Donnelly is now taking Tuesdays. Dustin's Wednesday. Bryce is Thursday. Nick will be taking Fridays. Austin will be taking Saturdays, and then Doug is on Sundays. And then we're losing Tim to the academy.
Okay, because it's just baffling to me when every week I see Doug, every week I see him. And it's a pattern, you know, you see him, but I'm not seeing the others. And I should be seeing them somewhere. See a light, something, hear a siren.
Well, I'm sure they show up for their job using their card, and all we're saying is we'd like the same courtesy that, you know, a lot of those guys told us when we interviewed them that that they were gonna, will be here no matter what. And anytime, you know, just, you know, real wholehearted. But like, you know, there for a while you would see people. It's usually after you get on them. And then we see people for a while and then it just starts dwindling down again. And, you know, if, granted, we don't pay them, but we kind of do because they got the card to go to work. You see what I'm saying?
In the past, yes, that's changing a little bit, but yes, I understand. State laws have changed on some of the guys with the cards, so some of them don't even need their cards to go to work anymore because
But
they
they need
can't.
the police powers.
Yeah, but their powers are through me.
Mm.
You know, so to a degree, yes, you are right. I'm not saying what you're saying. I don't think you're wrong at all. Whatever, you know. But if it's more presence you want, then let's work it out. You know, instead of demolishing us, let's work out a time schedule. Let's work on more hours. Let's work on them being here more. Get on me so I can get on them. You know, I do get on them, but obviously I needed to get on them harder. You know, and you needed to get on me harder.
We can tell when you've got on them. I can tell when you got onto them, Taylor. I can tell. They was out.
Yeah.
I know they don't like me, Jared. Our conversation didn't go well at all. I don't care about that. We're still the town. You know, I gotta think what's right for them. And I don't have any ill feelings towards any one of you guys. I still like everyone. If you guys needed something, I'd be there in a heartbeat. The thing of it is we didn't start a police department to send you guys out to go work away from there. You know, and that's how I feel that we're getting, you know. The beginning of this, when you said cars, and this goes back to the year, you said, I'm gonna pitch it to the town, if we'll work 6 hours, we all get a plate car, right?
Yes.
I remember.
And I-
That's why it come, and I'm not saying that now, you guys do your 5, I'm not hard to get along. Then that was the same time that you said that it was a probationary for a year, and that's how I remembered it. Though, so that's why I was like, wow, these guys are getting their cop cars, and they ain't been here a year. Taylor's just been here for 2, so come on now, what's going on? You know, that's why I'm asking, you know. It's, as you know, we're not against law enforcement. We want tickets, and I wish that you lived here and saw the town and's done that. I wish your guys lived here. I wish they would be a part of that and love it and see as what we do. We will walk. We want that. There ain't another place. Kenner don't want you pulling over people. Then they do want you pulling over people. Then they don't. We're not Kenner. We're not Kenner. Not at all.
And I give you guys praise for that. Anybody, you can tell anybody, I give you guys praise for how much you back the police. You know, I guess I just wish there was a little bit more communication between the both of us.
Well, with your communication, and I agree with you, your communication doesn't stop with her. There's 3 other board members. I don't care if you don't like me or not, call me. If you don't,
I have zero
text me.
problems with
You-
you. I don't take any of this stuff
okay,
personally,
good, because
right?
that's how it needs to be.
You know, I still like you as a
Yep.
person, I like all 3 of you as a person. This is nothing personal.
Okay.
This is a job, this is how it has to be discussed, and this is how it has to get done.
Let
I have
us,
0 issues with that. I will tell you, I stopped doing the group text whenever she talked about you had to do it individually. I don't think that applies to me, so I can go back to that if you want, but that was why I did one-line communication.
I don't care if you talk to one person, she needs to alleviate some stuff from her, okay?
And that's fine.
And whatever we can do to help her, this is right now, this is what matters, is to figure out what we're gonna do. We have a whole lot more on the plate for budgets and do all that stuff. If I'm gonna alleviate anything, the quickest thing we can alleviate to bring in extra cash flow is what we're gonna alleviate. I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna do any of that. That's why we're talking about it. This is all a possibility of it. And, I mean, if it comes to it, it's down to it. I don't know if anybody will back me or not. It don't point, but I'm doing it for the town, okay? That's it. And
Hey, I was writing that down. You said Doug early till noonish and Matt noonish toward evening. Who was Tuesday?
Tuesday would be Derek Donnelly. And you'll see him first thing in the morning too, because he also works for Henry Hospital, and his shift starts there.
he's the Harlem guy.
So he's
Yeah.
early to noon.
I see Doug every Sunday when I mow.
And
He's
who
on
was
the-
Wednesday?
That will be Dustin.
And when does he, you know?
His varies. That might, and he's usually more mid to late afternoon.
Would it benefit to put them on OTC so that they can see who's in and when?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how well you could use the app. If you log in the app, you see who's working.
Mhm.
Is that something that you guys would like access to?
Or be.
It'd be easier than what I got.
Well, so board access to
This is
OCT?
Thursday.
'Cause right now I just have my notes app.
Yeah.
Thursday
as we
is
say.
Bryce. And he's usually here mornings or afternoons.
And then you said Nick was on Friday?
Nick will be starting on Fridays.
Does he work evenings or is he?
I don't know, this will be,
Okay.
I haven't quite figured, this will be his second week on his own, so I'm still trying to figure out when he will be out here personally.
Okay.
Because he used to take off the day to come and work. I don't know if that's still gonna be the case or not, but obviously that's, all this is gonna change for our conversation, so.
Okay. And who was on Saturday?
Saturday will be Austin.
That's the little girl.
Yeah.
And do you know what time?
I don't know what time she'll be in a Tahoe, so you'll see the Tahoe roll around her.
Are we doing any more hiring? Are we doing any
No,
more
we're-
firing? Are we
we're-
doing anything?
We're done.
So, no more, nothing? That's it?
That's it.
What you have now is how many officers?
10 with me.
And how many plates?
6 or 7. We're about to have 8, so we have 7. We're about to have 8 because Nick got a car.
Are these marked
No,
cars?
they're not marked.
This gives me a little bit better on that, and if she puts me on that, then I'll be able to look back at
That,
that.
I don't have access to
He
that.
has.
I'll add you all.
Yeah. Then I can show them how to use it, or you can show them how to use it.
Okay. Alright, and I'm just gonna be watching them, you know, because if they're coming and, I don't know who you was talking about a little while ago, you said that they were just sitting for 8 hours at one spot. I don't know who that was, or, I don't know. But-
I think it was 2 hours they were saying, but either way, it wasn't.
But, yeah, you know, it's like, they're not mall cops.
Hourly leaves around town when they want to be. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
at
they-
minimum, that's something.
Matt will.
I
Doug
mean,
will.
setting
They
setting
always-
setting
Yeah,
is something
that
that
always
happens with it.
secret.
I know that, but they can't spend 5 hours there.
I hold up for them when they're right, Taylor. And Matt, Tim, I saw Tim out on Tuesdays especially. Every meeting he would be here, and I know he's going to the academy. Doug, we see them. It's the same ones over and over. You know, I got to where I don't even care who you hire anymore because I'm not going to see them. You know, that's the point that I feel. I don't want that.
I got you.
I don't want that.
So, would that be something you wanted to add? Like hourly patrols around town?
We're not going to be here to watch them an
Yeah.
hourly. We said that once before when you first hired. We want to see you up and down the roads. That's good enough. If you can't make that happen to them, then you need to figure a way to make it happen. We want to see you.
That's fine. That's fine.
That clear?
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
cool. I mean,
I might say this, that if I don't see more activity, then I'm all for dissolving the police department.
Okay.
Because we've got to have they've got to have some consideration for us,
No, you're right in that aspect.
so.
That's fine.
if-
Currently, my biggest issue is on Mill Street, those dump trucks that live down around whatever, they come flying down that road constantly. And the Pendleton whatever officer that lives over there, if he doesn't slow it down, I'm gonna start calling the state police to come sit out here, and I'm not kidding.
Have you
As
seen
the
one?
daughter of a former state trooper,
I mean, I've seen it.
that makes me mad. And I would totally 100% back the police pulling him over because that is
That's-
ridiculous.
That's why.
Probably why.
He has
they're trying to
almost hit my
figure out
child
what it is
twice.
they can.
2 times he's almost run over my children. But what I was going to say is, when we first moved out here a year and a half ago, you were already in charge then, because you're the one that gets to deal with all of the crazy that happens at our
I'm
house.
the one
I'm
that answers
sorry.
the phone every time you call.
Right.
Yep.
Sorry about that. But I don't know if it's the same people, if any of your officers are the same people that were here when we moved out here, but the ones that were at the time, for probably the first 9 months or so that we lived out here, and I know some of them changed in that time period, but my kids spend the majority of the day outside. I mean, you know that if you're by our house very often and you hear me yelling kids for whatever reason. But the officers you had before, they patrolled all the time, and they would slow down and pull over to the side and chit chat with the kids out the window. And with all the crap that has happened with Kenny, that really made my kids feel safe. And so I, for sure, like my family always pays attention when the cop cars are going up and down our road. And like I said, as a former state trooper's daughter, I can spot an unmarked car 1.5 miles away. So I do appreciate when they're out patrolling, and I know it makes my kids feel safer.
I'm gonna put one more thing out there too with that. If you get to where you do downsize, don't think we expect you to keep covering your coverage. I only want to hold you to your coverage because that's what you wanted. You wanted that many people for that many days, If you
Yeah.
downsize and get rid of them,
Okay,
don't
so
expect
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, I didn't wanna hire the last 3, but I did it for the coverage. So as long as that's on
Yeah.
record,
I-
then we're great.
I don't want, I'm only want coverage. If you're gonna have them here, then by all means, we're gonna see them. But if you lose people and do things, it ain't because, and I tried to explain that to Jared, was you took this on. He wasn't here at the meetings. Me, you, the board, we was all here. You took on it. We want coverage. We do want coverage. Only because we seen you wanted this many people. If you have this many people, we expect your coverage to be this much.
Okay.
We don't expect nothing.
That's
Am I speaking
that's
right?
better clarification for me, because I'm gonna
Is-
tell you I didn't
is
wanna
that-
hire anymore.
Yeah.
Is that
so-
what I'm,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm on the same page. If you have 2 people, I expect you to have 2 people.
Okay. That's
Yeah, I don't want nothing, but I want you to know that if you're gonna have 10 people, we're gonna see those 10 people. I want that, I expect that from there. They're not gonna be living free rent and not doing their job. When the rest of the 3 guys that we see are doing their job and picking up the slack.
Yeah, I know about 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock. I can't back out of my driveway.
So can we put in there that
Those are
Next month.
hours that are, I mean,
Next month.
that road is
keep more track,
crazy.
see what's going on?
Now,
If we see some things,
Reassess.
we'll revisit and reassess.
other stuff.
Is that, we're gonna put that in our minutes that we're gonna visit this next month, reassess everything, see how everything's going from your end, and hopefully you're gonna show us and tell us other things, and
Yeah, I've got a meeting with everybody Sunday anyway, so
Okay.
it's fine.
that works?
It's only,
Is it next month?
it's only.
Oh, well,
Continue discussion on it.
yeah, we'll continue. It ain't, I know it's not gonna be, you know,
Right.
But really, if you do lose a couple, 3, I don't have a problem with that, you know. Yeah,
Don't-
we want coverage, but,
we don't want.
you know, we
And
used
that's
to be able to
fine.
have coverage when we
That's-
had less.
I mean, that's better for me, because I can tell you right now that it's been such a headache with the hiring and firing people. I didn't want to hire anybody else after, because we have, what stayed was a group I think is a good group. I didn't want to hire anymore, but I wanted you to have the coverage of somebody here every day. So that's better for clarification for me.
And that's fine. If we can get that out in the clear, I'm all for that. I
And if
expect,
you tell us, I'm sorry,
yeah.
but if you tell us that you've let somebody go, we're not gonna anticipate everybody doing their, like,
No,
if there's 8 people, we don't anticipate a whole bunch of hours,
right.
you know.
I
I'm sorry.
understand that, and, you know, if one loses, one quits, one whatever, we get it, you know, it's no problem. We're not like that. I don't want coverage. I just want them to earn what they're getting. You understand? You know how I mean? I don't mean it,
No, I
because
got
I understand that we're gaining little, but ultimately, when they're gaining the most, they got the car, they're getting this, I wanna feel like we're getting something in return, okay? Alright, I'm done with
Alright.
that, done with the discussion on
Do you have anything you wanna say?
No, I think the better line of communication between the 2 of us,
Okay.
Why
well,
don't
the board and me, I think is better. You
that.
know,
Call me, text me anytime you want, I don't have anything to hide, I don't want nothing, we're,
and I'll tell you straight up how it is.
Mhm.
You know, I don't have a problem with that. You know, I just want you guys to realize, no matter what I say, it's nothing personal. I'm trying to do it from a boss standpoint. You're trying to do it from a boss standpoint. So if you think I'm taking anything you say harshly or personally,
No.
no, it's not.
right,
No, it's not. You know, as soon as like this meeting is done,
right,
all feelings are done,
right.
Yeah.
we're fine.
And that's how it should be, and that's, I want the point across and everything, and that's it. Alright, clerk treasurer.
Clerk treasurer.
Oh my goodness.
Just think she's got something to go back and watch for her notes.
Yeah, my hands are killing me now. We have renewed our workers' comp insurance, but the automobile we're still working out because, like Taylor said, we've got a couple on there that need to be coming off.
In one of those emails somewhere, she did say she took them off.
Can you get a I don't care what it is, if you print it out of the ones, our plates, registration of the war cars to give to her, so we have in our records of just ours,
Wait, so you want, wait, what do you mean?
just of our plates, what plates go to whose car?
Yeah,
Like,
And-
like my spreadsheet, but filled out correctly?
Yes, yes, just so, and with our plate number, our plate, because each plate's different, correct?
yes.
So with our plate number, so we can, if it comes across this computer again, we can match that up and know, hey, this registration, that plate is that
So
one.
I'll just, what I'll do is I'll get a picture of everybody's registration, because that'll give me more
Okay,
information.
that'd be great.
Yeah,
And so we can have it in our records.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing else to have, just boom.
yeah.
So if anything happens outside, I hope nothing does, but okay. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because if Brittany goes to the hospital or something,
Yeah,
we're in trouble,
yeah.
okay?
Bernie's walking away.
No.
I'm joking,
No.
I'm joking, computer. Workers' comp went down $40 this year. And
Good.
we'll get into that more detailed with, when you do the budget discussion at the end. But, there is, however, a second injury fund for workers' comp added. And I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if it was anything that you discussed with Chrissy or anything. But it was $10 this month. I don't know if it's a reoccurring fee. It just is called second injury fund.
Is
I
that-
reached out to,
Would that come from Dustin when he went
I
down?
wondered if it was like just a one-time fee from Dustin
I don't
or,
know, because all that stuff went through the security company's workman's comp, so I don't know why that would have anything, other than his car, it shouldn't have anything to do with us.
I'm waiting for her to email me back, so we'll see what she says with that. Receipt books, I ordered the receipt books from Boys, which is the original company that we ordered them through.
The ones that are costly.
Yes. But I reached out to other companies, it was over 400 for the same amount of receipts, and they were single page
much are they now?
receipts.
How much are you gonna be getting these for?
$384, not including insurance or shipping, and she said
You're
shipping
getting two for 1 month.
for $384, two of them.
All right. I will pay for them.
No, we've already figured out how to pay for them.
No.
Yes.
Well, then you're just paying Peter to pay Paul. No.
No,
I will
nobody.
donate or,
It's coming out of the general fund, please. It's okay. We've already got it taken care of. So it was $382 for the two of them, but shipping is 15 to 20% per item. So I'm not sure what the final total will be. I am estimating at least 400.
Is that the receipts for the insurance and stuff? You send them guys back and forth on the.
It's for everything.
Right,
If we
right, I
receive
got you.
tax money,
Right,
it all
yeah, I
gets,
just, I didn't know if it was that book or not.
Yeah,
That's
that
all I
book.
meant. The book right down.
Yeah. Police department, I need my fine money from two of our officers,
Do you know which two?
Matt and Doug both.
And,
Yeah. It can be less this year. We were estimated a little high last
I
year.
upped it this year, actually, if
Did
you'll
you?
be perfectly honest. Just because we always get those random fees, so it was like, I ended up upping it to like $40 or so a month.
My fire insurance.
Even insurance, I upped it a little bit.
I'll give you totals because I think my fire will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I need the serial number for Nate's MiFi device. Nick. I wrote Nick, I exited out and wrote Nate.
Nick, that's fine, that I have, I can send that.
Okay. And then I need that spreadsheet updated.
Okay.
But that's all I have for clerk treasurer. The rest of it's going to be budget related. So.
Fire department.
Sure.
Fire department report. 77 runs.
caps.
That's what we had last.
Okay. Police department, my bad.
It's
I
okay.
don't know. All right, Taylor, police department report.
So they had 61 stops, 16 reports, 205 hours. And that's broke down over there.
When you say reports, is that calls that you guys take, that you fill out reports for, or just generalizing for the public?
So it's 16 reports either that is generated from arrests or dispatched from the county.
Gotcha.
And those are just reports that we get,
Mhm.
not ones that county sends out for county. I only do it for what our guys actually take.
I got you.
Considering we weren't here on first, whatever, for you all to meet Derek and Austin, just to tell you a little bit about both. Derek is also reserved for the county, who's coming over to us. He enjoys working the road, so he's coming over here so he can work more. He works full-time for Henry Community Hospital, and then he lives in Newcastle. And then Austin, I don't know exactly what she does. She was full-time in Middletown until her and Landon had a falling out, which I can't say anymore. But, so she left and she came over here. She doesn't need work security. She has a stay-at-home job, whatever that she does. Thankfully, those are two people we don't have to actually train or do anything else because they've spent the past X amount of years here in the county already.
Does he work as the security at the hospital for the Newcastle City?
Yeah,
now?
yeah. Yeah, so he's technically a reserve with Newcastle
Newcastle
County and
County.
us.
Okay.
What's Derek's last name?
Donnelly.
Donnelly. Who was the one that had the, like a German last name?
Bryce.
Dick,
Bryce. Okay.
Buig.
Dick,
What'd you say?
Buig.
Is he-
I'm trying to visibly
Just throw
get
it.
these in my head.
he was the one that had the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I was writing Donkey Kong.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
She
Dustin get all the insurance stuff taken care of that he needed to take care of with
Yeah.
Selective?
You did.
Yeah, he did.
There's, okay.
Got that. I'm taking care of the money from the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something else. Have you heard anything from that case, where he's suing
The tort
all
case?
the tort case? Anything like that?
Oh, yeah, he took a plea deal for 6 years.
Okay,
So the rest of it's been dropped.
cool. That's, I knew I had something else I was gonna ask.
I've been
I'm
wondering
glad you
about
said that because we actually just got that news like last week. So
I heard something at Newcastle about it, that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I
he
thought
took
I'd
a
ask.
plea deal for 6 years.
Gotcha. I was wondering now, so he, Dust can relax a little bit now.
He can relax a little bit. He was stressed out about that.
Oh, I know, I know.
So all claims have been dropped, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew there was
Is that the one
something.
who wrote that letter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was sweating. Yeah. Finish with that one. Do we have anything else, new business?
Was that where I'm supposed to say that I want to be on the board? Sure, I want to be on the board.
You're just dying to be there, aren't you?
I have sat my big butt in this metal chair for the last hour and a half.
What, how do you spell your name?
Erinhall.
And what's your first name?
Erin.
You put it all as the same name.
Oh,
Last name's Hall.
Sorry.
Hall, Hall.
Have you already been registered and all that stuff to, up at the,
No, I didn't tell her about that because I wasn't sure what.
A
we were
registered
doing.
voter.
I'm a voter for Henry County.
you are?
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so.
And
now
you
what
live
she
in
does.
the town, so.
I do.
Does she have to go up there and fill it?
I'm Debbie's eyesore out there.
Up at the
Federation.
What is it?
voters registration office.
You just have to fill out some paperwork so they know that you're on the board.
Oh, we have to appoint her. So if we have to make a motion to appoint her to be on the board, and then she has to go up there and fill the stuff out.
And then when she brings it back, we accept it.
Well, then we swear her in,
Oh,
Make a motion
appoint,
to appoint her.
I think, is that? It's been a hot minute since we've done
Because
this.
she's done it to me after Jeff left.
we did that? We didn't.
How do we do it?
Because you just knew he was a good guy.
No, I didn't know.
Sorry. We're-
Did you go up to the office
I did have to go to the office. but
beforehand?
I
No, I think if we get it in the minutes,
It'll be all right.
it'll be all right, because then she can go up and do, she didn't know about that, or else she
Go
would
up.
already had it. She's
Go
already
through the
registered,
thing
but
in the new part of
just-
the jail.
letting
And
him
then
know.
main floor, 2 doors down to the right, and
We'll
voter
have to look at the
registration.
address for the jail.
was similar to.
Voter register.
Voter registration.
I thought he was going to prison.
I just said I'll have to look up the address for the jail. I actually don't know where it is.
Oh, I can
Voter
take you up.
registration isn't there at the.
I can take you
one
up.
building anymore,
Where?
voter registration?
You have to go through the metal detectors, is all I remember.
Yeah,
It's
It's
in
not
the, it's
to
in
the
the new
jail.
building.
Oh, you were,
It's-
you said jail, I thought
Yeah,
you
you said
meant,
jail.
I
Yeah,
thought
you
jail
did say the
was
jail.
way
That's
out
why I said I've never
I
been there.
did?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up great.
I thought you said Justice Center.
That's why I asked you. I was like, she's similar to the jail, the prison. I
No.
was like,
Is it at the courthouse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
the- the
It's-
new-
Well, I was just there to deal with Kenny, so I know where that
Oh,
is.
that's right, 'cause you went to, you
Just-
had to
Yeah,
go.
when you go, when you just keep going straight,
So-
and then it's off to the right.
Okay.
make a motion.
It'll, there's.
Leah motions to appoint
I need a
her.
motion, yeah.
Not that I brought her on, but that's okay, Lee.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
sir.
I'm just trying to get the paperwork
Second.
done.
Oh, I second it, how's that?
There
Yes.
you go, yay.
Yay.
No, let's get the motion in.
Already did.
Deb seconded.
We're glad to have you.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, welcome
Now we
aboard.
hope you like what you're doing.
Any other new business? No? No? Awesome, can we move on to budget?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, we don't do we're not doing this, are
Huh?
we? We don't adjourn it.
No, we don't adjourn it, we're gonna just move
We
straight
don't?
on to, nope, we're
So
moving
we're
straight
going-
on to business.
Okay,
For
so now we're
budget.
going to move on to the budget meeting.
You guys have a folder with all the information you need, plus your financials from June.
Financials from where?
June, it's in your monthly packet.
Okay.
Oh, that's what it says broke.
Oh, actually, I do have something that pertains to the budget, can I say it?
Yeah.
You found lots of money for us?
No, but I'm under contract, so like if we do continue to have the police department, when we renew the contract, can't we just renew the price?
We'll have to look in the law, because it is an actual law that we can't,
I
like,
just looked at that the other night, and I don't know.
I don't think,
You don't think
It's
what?
a messed up situation on how they do that.
yeah.
Alright, I just thought I was, because it's, I have to sign
You
the
want
contract
to stick to
every
budget
year.
meeting?
But you're technically under our salary ordinance.
Okay.
It's a messed up situation, because I looked at that too.
Okay.
Not saying I'm,
I can
look,
stay.
no, look at everything.
If you're
like
gonna leave,
that.
I need your phone number
I'm
and your
just-
email address.
Well, I'm glad
I'm just
I
trying
can stay.
you brought that up about, like the insurance on your vehicle, because that was one of the places that I could find.
And I said, that's fine, that was
Where?
a perk that I like, but not a perk that I need,
Mhm.
right? So I'm more than happy to
Oh,
take that.
there's, I forgot to have you sign AP vouchers. I'm just gonna shove to the side with everything going on.
We're just trying to find Peter and Paul and all their mess and straighten it up.
We have AP vouchers, I'm sorry, I forgot to have you sign them. Verizon from June, Verizon for July, Selective Insurance, that was for Dustin's new car that was added. State Surplus, one of the, you bought something from State Surplus.
He didn't fix his old car.
Do what?
He didn't fix his
Dustin.
old car, Dustin?
It was total.
Was total, okay, that's what I was wondering, cause it had both of them on the insurance
Yeah,
state.
it was total.
That was a question there.
Duke, and then Wax Fuel, I mean, all of our standards there.
Okay.
And then I have another one for Selective. It was $279 of it was workers' comp. And then 190 was for a car, I think. Did we add another car?
Next.
Okay, so 100, only 190 though?
This would have been 190 for the remainder of this year because it was right at the deadline.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is it gray? Silver,
Yeah.
Charger?
Yeah, silver.
Verizon?
It's because one's June, one's July.
Oh,
I agree with sign your name.
I don't know whose name I just put on
Spell like me, I don't know how to spell my name.
who's Selective Insurance?
Sorry, insurance.
there. People we have all these bills for.
This was from that accident.
Flip it over, it's, flip that page over, I wrote it down in the minute, or the notes. I think that's for Dustin's new car. And this one's for workers' comp and
Okay, it don't say, it just says
Nick.
policy.
Nick.
Nick's car.
Dustin Stars.
Keep saying that. Took energy still been the same with those
Yep,
lights and stuff?
we're good on that.
Good.
Everything's worked out. On the, I changed the name of the spreadsheet, it's Town of Caddis Vehicles now. But there's 2 pages, one for 24, 25, one for 25, 26.
Do you just have the vehicles on there? Do you also have
No,
the key
it has
numbers?
everything,
Okay.
I just copied and pasted it and edited it,
Okay.
so I kept it all.
That's fine.
I added lines so you can add the ones that need added up top, so just fill in the empty slots. But I wanted to show you what I'm also doing. Each vehicle has like an auto
Thank
number, covered auto number here.
Mhm.
I am comparing those, and I'm filling them in. So I see on here, and I know whose car is associated with that number. That way I don't have to try to decipher VIN numbers.
Too, because I always have to cut it up.
Yeah.
Awesome,
So that'll make it easier for both of us.
awesome, thank you.
So if you can finish filling that in and
Yeah,
correcting everything.
got that covered.
Okay. And then MiFi. We almost broke even this year. Like, they are ahead about $10, which is good, because the fees are only like 75 cents, you know, here and there.
So,
So last year was 410 is what they gave us. So 410, 415 would be fine for MiFi. Then I'll have like a couple pennies left over, and I'm just carrying it over to this year's for them.
okay.
And I seen
So straight.
Nick gave 480.
So Joy upped it.
Okay,
I would rather be above than below.
okay,
I told them they're above. It's non-refundable.
okay.
It's a perk you can have. You don't absolutely, I
Okay.
don't have to do it for you, so,
You keeping it at 40 for all 3? 4? 3?
yeah, I gotta go back and make sure what I told them, but I believe so.
Yeah. Tim had 129 left over when he was done. So that just got put into your general fund.
Okay.
That makes me feel a little better.
Do what?
That makes me feel a little better about things. At least you're getting something from them. I didn't mean that in that way.
over here.
Oh, it's right behind you. If you wanted to,
Oh,
are you wanting to be a part of this budget discussion?
do you want me to be? I don't mind.
It'll be
Either way.
really good for you to understand it if you're gonna be on the board.
Sure.
Roll up that,
Don't get that.
roll up my rolly chair.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just. But that needs to be home with the chair.
Well, that orange, or that green one's usually up here, so. There's multiple line items that we can't negotiate on, like wages.
Employee benefits, that's taxes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I can't give you everything, but I can give you some of the stuff that they have. Because some of it I had to copy for myself here.
We need to start a CD and put money in that somehow.
Let me see, this and this.
You want help order?
No, because I don't want to tear those apart and take all the tabs off of them to copy them.
Does she have another?
Should use this one. And then I'll just walk off the desk. I don't understand it anyways.
There's the phone number in the mail.
Hey, take this folder here.
There you go.
I'll walk off the desk here since that's
Here,
so
can
close.
you do one?
Oh.
Yeah, make sure.
Oh,
These are our funds.
Yep.
These are all funds that we have.
Okay.
And it continues
You're gonna
on the
need
other
that,
side.
Joe.
I will look off hers.
No, that's
Certain
that.
funds.
That's
The middle one?
no,
There.
that one. Yes.
Oh yeah, I got it right on it.
Yes.
I forgot. Oh, wrong debts.
Okay.
So you will see these are the 2026 budget year prep. We have each of our funds with our line items and the past 4 years of budgeted amounts. And the ordinance resolution that you guys have in there from last year, what we budgeted or what we approved last year. We have not gotten how much we are going to be getting in our miscellaneous funds, like motor vehicle highway, LRS, ABC gallonage yet. It's supposed to be out by the 15th, so they're pushing the deadline on that one.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure what to expect as far as income coming in. So I'm going to assume it's much like what we have this year.
Yes. Yes. It's immediate, everything is covered.
When's that? 3 hours. Very top.
So general fund, we're just gonna go item by item, okay? If you look at your July financials, you'll see where we are at currently. You don't have that one here. I'll find it
You got it?
That is?
That's June.
here. June, sorry, it's June, sorry. print this. That is January through June. This is your, you'll get that every month. Oh, that's your June financials. That's what we put out in June. And then the next page is our fund ledger showing how much is in each fund. And then the final page is what we've appropriated for the year and how much we've spent in appropriations for the year. And our balances. Wages, we have to keep it the same at 5,100. Employee benefits needs to stay the same at 400. Office supplies, I'm fine leaving it at 1,500.
Office supplies at 1,500?
1,500?
I'm
I mean, I
tired.
know the books are
I'm
expensive.
tired. Office supplies is for the paper and ink and
Oh.
that kind of stuff. 150, sorry.
This one. Where is it?
No, and that's
Flip it
good
over.
stuff.
Is that what all office supplies, is that 150? Is that just for the paper and ink?
Office supplies is like anything that we need for the office. It's like,
So 150
Can
cents.
we roll that into the police department's problem? Like from our continuing education?
no, because I use it to pay for my ink and paper too. Like,
Printing
For your
all this
house
stuff.
printer?
yeah, because I only
Your
use it
office
for the
printer?
town stuff. And for the ink that I bought and brought here and things like that.
Okay.
150.
Or office supplies.
Supplies, that's what she was talking about.
Yes. It's like that box of paper there.
Yeah.
On the first one. That
Yeah,
was-
but I mean like that can be, because we use it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So couldn't that just come out of our like continuing education fund
Mm,
to help cut down? Well, I mean, it's still technically office supplies.
I don't think you make enough in tickets to cover that. Because we also have to make sure you got your bullets paid for and your Wi-Fi device and stuff. Like, we're barely in the positive on continued education right now. Like $274 right now. Operating supplies, that's gonna have to go up because of receipt books being $400. Do you want us to pull that curtain so the sun's not in your eyes?
Not bothering me.
Okay.
200. I mean,
But-
up it.
So if we're gonna do 150 plus, what you just say, 400 more?
It'd have to be at least 400 in order to cover receipt books alone.
So you wanna go, can we go 650? That way and cover,
If
We
we
don't
can
have no
move
money for it.
enough from other funds to
Right.
cover it.
that way if we have to order books for one time, that's gonna be $400. You know, from there, that's still puts us with.
What all do we order with it? Is that what you're gonna ask?
Yes, and earlier didn't you say one book covers 1 year? So you bought 2 books, right? So that would be covered this year and next year? Is that what you were saying?
I'm hoping it'll cover this year and next
Okay.
year. It depends on how much money we get in.
Right.
Because I mean, we have 10 officers, all of them put money in. I really, I write 2 separate receipts, most officers. And it's not just the officers, it's the 75 cents every time I get interest, or the 26 cents every time I get interest, or, the $4 we get from the opioid fund, and it's all of those little bitty ones. I have to separate each one.
Each book has how many receipts in it?
150.
150, so you're
Mhm.
getting 2 for 150, and that 150 may only last half a year depending on how many receipts we go out to pay for this or pay for
Right.
that, or
The
go from
only
there, so.
other things, like I need to, like ledger pages, I'm good on those right now. And then these things, we have enough of these to last a lifetime because they sent us 15 packs of them. And I ordered 1. So receipt books is gonna be our biggest expense out of office supplies.
One thing that I had suggested
Operating.
too,
Operating,
because
sorry.
the police department bringing in, what money they bring in for their plates, and what else is it they buy their own plates and
For their insurance or receipts.
their insurance
I
and
don't know.
different things. They have the choice to do it once a year. They could do it all at one
They can.
time, but some
They
of
can.
them have to break it down.
But they don't, they do it once a year. Unless they switch
So I know
vehicles.
what she's talking about. So last year, the insurance company didn't give us the amount until right at deadline it was due. So we had the insurance company break it up into quarters to give everybody time. But they only turn in their money once a year. They don't do it quarterly.
Okay, because I thought that would help, like if we charge them $1 for each time they put deposit their money and stuff to cover the cost of because they're costing us $400.
I think for 2026, we could leave it at 150 because I'm not anticipating on ordering receipt books in 2026. Yes.
And she's got those one forms, she'll have a receipt book, your ledger's good,
Yeah.
paperwork and
You
stuff.
know, they can run up it a little bit to try to cover up, just in case it doesn't.
We can. What do you want?
Put another 100 in it, just
Make it
250?
to make
250.
it 250, just
Okay.
to cover up and just
In case something arises, like if we
Is that
have
under
to.
operating
So then if we do that, if we can do that every,
Yeah.
That's on the operating
Yeah.
supplies? Okay, and the others stay the same?
would be
150. Yeah.
250. Or I had it
Can I
like 650.
Sorry. So say we don't need 250 in that account,
Mhm.
can that be allocated elsewhere?
In the general fund for the 2026 year, yes.
So that money can be moved down to like.
Fuel, if we go
Okay.
over on fuel, yes.
That was my question.
Yep, not stupid.
Not at all.
I mean, we've had issues with printing and advertising being outrageous and having.
Well, I was gonna say, I didn't know if like once you put the money in that account, like,
No.
kinda like if you pay the police, that goes to the police and you can't change that, like you guys were saying, like, if we put money into an account, does that mean it has to stay there?
Printing and advertising, we've spent, that's what we're looking, 103 this year. And
103.
that was to publish the annual financial review.
So,
I was skipping that one on purpose.
yeah. well, how
I
can
would
you-
like to take that printing and advertisement down to 200, take it back down, because we had something that happened, that's why we took it up last year. What was it,
We were trying to
ordinances or
print an
something?
ordinance, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would, you said 103,
Yeah. is-
but if we have it at 200, then that leaves $97.
Mhm. Okay,
What?
Take it
back down to 200.
back down to 200, the advertising, penny.
yeah, it was that big long ordinance or something that we had to print and they charged us out the wazoo for.
With the dog ordinance, before we
Yeah.
knew that we could do the pamphlets,
Yep.
and that's,
Yep, that's what it was.
Insurance is what insurance is, okay, so.
insurance, we don't know totals yet.
So that's left open.
Yeah. We do know workers' comp is, it's with insurance, it's all in, I didn't separate it out. I can separate the line items for workers' comp and vehicles. Workers' comp is 1,113 this year.
Man, that's my.
Okay, now, this 12,000 that we did last year,
Mm-hmm.
that includes the workman's comp and the police car,
The police cars, his and ours,
building.
the building, my bond, we've,
Salt spreader.
salt spreader. I have told her every
I
year.
like how Joe covered his face, so make sure you didn't get hit.
I told him. She has no record of me telling her. But I've turned in different
I didn't mean to get sidetracked.
inventory sheets every time they've asked, and none of them have had a salt spreader on them.
So do you think it'll be around 12,000
I'm
recently?
getting there. Plus 180 for bond, plus, let me see, for insurance,
113,
401,
3.
3. It's gonna be more than 12.
How much was your bond this last year?
160 or 180. I put 180 when I just calculated it.
Okay.
What is,
She, because she handles the money and stuff, she has to have us
You
bond
bonded?
her.
you know, if we were paying bond to get her out of jail so she could be the treasurer? or-
Not yet.
Yeah.
Wasn't really sure what that meant, sorry.
It's a,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a rule that we have to have it on.
This is on YouTube.
Yes, it is. It's on everything.
Listen, the metropolis that is Caddis.
All the way across the.
138. So I was a little off.
Oh, on your bond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was like, wow, they really went up.
Sorry. I see a lot of numbers.
Still gonna be above the 12.
Yeah, we're still, yeah, above 12. I would say at least 14, but I don't know how your car is. I don't know which car yours is on. How much is your insurance, do you know?
I think it's 14 something.
Is it,
It's the 2020, it's the only 2021 Explorer on there.
Um,
his is
We got a new
$18.99.
track.
What is the town's?
Colorado was
Chevy
in
Tahoe.
16.
It's a 13
Wait, no.
The only Tahoe.
They didn't have run to Michigan.
I know, it doesn't mean it clicked.
You just got a little bit past Fort Wayne and
Shouldn't there like start out there too?
Do what?
They're
Isn't
not.
there an old like Crown Vic?
Yeah, there's a Crown Vic and
All
then,
that stuff needs to get, the Crown Vic's gonna get sold.
That wasn't bad, I mean.
and the people that will talk for now for parts or whatever gonna get
Yeah, because I've been
charged.
stealing parts off of it.
Yeah.
I got those donated from the county.
Oh. So then will the money from selling those go back into the
Go
police fund?
straight into their general fund.
Huh?
With the police fund.
It goes back to the police, continuing debt, because that's how we pay for them.
Is that really how that works? Because everybody else who ever sells a car goes straight into their general fund.
It's supposed to go into the fund in which the town paid for the vehicle out of. So we paid for the Crown Vic for $1 out of continuing debt.
Well, that's retarded. Because I thought that was like, I thought that would go straight back into the general fund.
Most towns probably transfer the money to their general fund and then pay for it.
So where are we at now, please?
Insurance.
Insurance, yes.
They were still in insurance.
So you said, well, you think 14 is gonna cover it then, even with, if,
14,000?
yeah.
Last year this year for ours and Taylor's, it was $3,364. Last year we paid,
Did it go up with the Tahoe?
it evened out. It actually went down from the Crown Vic to
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Okay.
3468. So it went down $100 with the new vehicles for this year. So, but I don't know how much our commercial package is gonna be for the park and the building and all that stuff.
In the past, the park just went around. I don't think it ever charged us.
It went
separate.
in the commercial package and the liability
Yeah,
package.
I don't, they weren't really,
Chrissy sent it to us once, but then she told us it was.
so that 3468 is both vehicles, the Tahoe and his? Okay, well, it's my suggestion that we take his off.
Another stupid question.
No stupid questions.
Why is the town paying for the insurance on police vehicles if the police have the money to pay the insurance on the police vehicles?
The police department itself doesn't have the money.
Okay.
The officers pay for their own out of pocket.
Okay.
We only pay for Taylor's as part of his contract. We pay for Taylor's in our police car. They pay for all theirs and it goes through the town. It has to come here so that they can pay it that way because they get a better discount from there. And it shows that we own the cars.
And why do we own the car, aside from the one that he has?
We own it for the officers that does not have cars. We have to have our car here for them to use. If they don't want a car, if they don't have a plate, if they won't do that, or if theirs breaks down or something, we have to have a car here for them to use.
Now where are we? Are we still in insurance?
Did you write anything down?
Is that it? What company? Was supposed to write something else?
Maybe 14 on him.
I think that we can put 14 and it should handle it.
13 here.
I will get final numbers before the budget meeting and make sure it's okay. Because I've been waiting for those.
Okay.
Okay, so we still have some work to do in a week or two.
So if we, I'm not taking my suggestion on that, I'm trying to, because if we take the cost of his off,
The only thing with that is we're gonna have to sign a new contract and do that because that was part of his contract.
well, not this year, this year's
Right,
already.
right.
I mean, this is,
I
I
know,
mean, I
but for-
agree with it, take it
Well,
all.
but you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
Legally, I mean, is that
And
what?
our insurance is split from July.
So, what if we
July to
do,
June.
what if we do payroll deduction then? So essentially you keep it the same, but you take my insurance out of my paycheck.
That computer beeped. Are we still recording?
Yep.
Okay.
Would that then keep it the same to where you don't have to try and figure out how to split it, but you're still paying for it, then you're deducting it out of my salary?
So are you saying for next year, starting next year for
Yeah,
this?
this
yeah,
is what this
to
budget's
take-
for,
Yeah, yeah,
is
I know,
next year.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean, okay. So with that, we'll still have to vote on that and go through there, correct? And change the contract with you when we start the new contract, which that won't take effect until January.
But this is still planning ahead for 2026, so does
Right.
that actually matter? But I mean,
Right.
yeah, you are right, it does still have to go in the contract that way, but
You won't have a new contract until January.
Right.
So,
Right.
Our insurance is technically due in July of each year. We split it up into 4 quarterly payments last year for the guys. What we need to decide is, are we keeping it on the 4 quarterly payments, or are we paying it all in July? Because that's gonna make a difference.
Do you know January 1st what the insurance is going to be for the year?
she's
It's
she's
due in
terrible.
July and we don't even know.
She's terrible at that. Usually
Yeah.
it'll be the end of June when she sends, and I'll do emails to her 3 months prior, and she won't ever give us the information until middle of June, late June.
Why do we have this insurance?
Municipality insurance, there's only like 4 of them in the state.
Oh,
Slim pickings.
There you go. And it's back and forth, they're kind of the middleman, because Selective is the underwriter, so it's a lot of back and forth between the insurance company and Selective and getting the final quotes and stuff, like the cars that were supposed to be taken off, the salt spreader that was supposed to be taken off, I mean, all of that stuff.
so would there be a way, since you said it comes out in July, would there be a way to average out what the insurance would be if you wanted to take his off of it? So that he's not getting hit starting in July, like from July to December or whatever with, or are you paying this month for next year's? Is it like July of this year to through July of next year?
Through June 30th next year. July 1st through June 30th.
It's the insurance fiscal, but our fiscal is January
Yeah.
through December.
Why do
Just
we
to
do
drive
that?
us nuts.
Doesn't make any sense.
But
Well, so if you know what,
His car is,
if you know what it is for now, then could you write that in? Because even if it's not the exact dollar amount as of July of next year, it at least would be majority, would be my assumption, majority of the cost of the insurance, if he's wanting it taken out of his paycheck, is what I'm saying. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say.
she's gonna make sure that she can do that too.
Right.
yeah. As far as payroll deductions go, I'm not sure how that works because of our salary ordinance. And our salary ordinance saying that you.
I'm just saying it would alleviate from trying to break it off from what you have now over here.
Mhm.
I mean, I can pay it either way, it's just, I was just trying to see if it would be easier on you.
I think the easiest way to, like, if you are going to be taking care of your own insurance, would be to amend, well, this year's we're paying for.
Right.
So for next year, just put in the contract that you would pay yours. It would go into your guys' general fund, just like your other guys' do.
That's fine.
That's how I think that if, but, for the insurance, then we would just probably put it back down to 12,000. Because I still don't know where our liability and stuff lies. I don't know what those amounts are. I thought that she sent, where's the policy she sent us?
See, that could all change too if we have to do liability for,
Their their workman's comp.
yeah.
Well, we find out from that sure is a lot. The state sets those rates, and I don't know if it goes on the number of people.
Percentage on the people in
I
the
don't
area
know.
of you're at, it goes by percentage of that, plus it goes by percentage of the fire departments in your area, in that thing. So if it's divided by, you got Greensboro, Kenner, if they're close enough, you divide it by the 3 departments there. And then you take that times the people, the population in your quadrant. So it's I tried to figure it out the other day and it's hard.
Well, that's where that woman needs to, and well, I don't have no idea how many people are on the fire department. But that would be, I mean, if we were able to do that, well, then we could do the workman's comp to cover that in exchange for his. And we're not going anywhere. I mean, we're staying in the same range. But putting a fire under that woman's tail is something else. I know she's got other things she does other than just ours, but after a few months, it seems like she'd get around to it. Because I knew she used to have people that worked with her. There was a David that worked there too. I don't even know.
We've changed 4 different times since I've been on the board.
I remember that Christy before, because she would help David out.
I found what I was looking for finally.
Well, I just went ahead and put 14,000 down.
That's probably
Yeah.
gonna be best.
Okay, fuel.
Cause it says 25 was the total premium. That's what I was looking for. I know I had it somewhere. But I don't, 17 is automobile.
I got you.
And so, let's see. That's only 8,000,
But you gotta factor in
the 2 vehicles.
the other vehicles.
So that's plus 3460 That's last year's.
Hmm.
3364 was this year's. That's 11, plus the 138 is my bond. So. We could do 12. And that would be his vehicle and our vehicle. At 12. And cover any additional fees she's deciding to throw our way. Or anti-terrorism fee or something.
She's wrote it that one.
It's not her fault, I know it's the
I know it's not,
underwriter's
it
fault,
just
and
sucks.
we're just putting it all on her, I'm sorry.
Who do you guys think? Think 12 or?
What if you just split the difference and do 13?
It's funny.
Because then it's not such a big blow if it ends up being closer to 14, but it's also,
We can do 13, but that would be the first thing I cut if state comes back and says, hey, you don't have enough money to cover this. And I would move it down to 12. Is that okay?
Is this vehicle
Yeah, no, insurance.
insurance?
Yeah, the one you put 14.
Where are we doing it, down to 13?
13.
Fuel, how much have we spent this year on fuel? At the end of June, we still had appropriations of 1,273. We spent almost half.
so keep it the same.
How do you foresee that going on fuel?
As of right now, it's gonna go up a little bit because there's gonna be more people driving the Tahoe as of right now.
Okay.
Just leave
And
it.
some of that also includes the 300 from last year because he didn't give us the bill until March.
So it still should save us a lot because we're not paying for something a
Right.
gallon that.
That's what I was just thinking, because your
It's
last bill's
averaging
$50.
anywhere from 50 to 80 a month right now.
So if you
That's
got 12,
including
that's still
yours.
less than $1,200, so do you wanna drop it down some?
How do we see our fuel economy? Think about that.
Yeah,
That's
Go up.
that's scary.
how many people will you be having? Well, you don't know, so, I mean, it's just,
I mean, as of right now, there will be 2 people in the car.
right. But if somebody has something break down, they wanna take that and drive it one day, that's fine, I get you.
Yeah, or in winter months, they might want to drive that versus their personal. Well, they're on.
Well, that's not so much loud.
No?
It's not broken or it's not outfitted.
Okay,
It's not an option.
okay.
Me and Joe had that conversation once before with Doug because his stuff wasn't outfitted, but
Mhm.
yeah, so that was a rule. Unless it's
Okay.
broken or not outfitted, you have to drive it.
Well, for 3 years it's worked, so.
Yeah, and it might be better this year because we're using the fuel card.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Like you said, the price, I
2,200.
don't know what the price is gonna go up to, you know, within,
Mhm.
so keep it the same.
Vehicle maintenance. I know we need tires,
Yeah.
and winter's coming, so. I think we should at least leave it at 1,100 because we have vehicle maintenance
I
under.
think it's gonna be a little more expensive to work on that Tahoe than it is that
Is it?
car.
Holy
So-
cow, yes it
Yeah,
is.
especially
Okay.
brakes.
That's why I'm stealing stuff off the other Tahoe.
Yeah,
It
brakes
is-
for over 400.
It
When
is,
he told me the brakes, I about died. I started calling around other shops to get prices.
I think it's more expensive than,
Well, it's only more expensive apparently because it is a Pursuit rated Tahoe and the vents and the stuff that doesn't make any sense to me.
vending slotted
Well, no, they're
rotors.
not even doing, it's just the vents on the insides of the
Oh,
rotors.
really?
Yeah.
So we're upping it?
I wouldn't.
I think 1,100 will keep it there if we put
Mhm.
tires on it. I mean, I think we can get a good,
We can do government rated deals for the tires. So like I put brand new tires on mine and I think it was 700.
Okay.
And I think I have bigger tires than what I thought I might.
And then I think we could probably do tires this year. We'll have to look at everything and double check, but that might be something we can get done this year before winter.
Yeah.
we
If
can
not,
get Walmart to donate us that tires.
they do their small towns grant,
I
you know?
know. I wonder if we could go out there and talk to my boy is out there at the tire department and see what he can do. I'll have him look that up.
That's an idea right there.
So, you know,
Keep it with the same. Yes,
1,100,
1,100.
yeah.
No, we're not on that one yet.
which one are you on?
We was on the vehicle.
Oh, I have that. one.
Leaving property train tax as
Same.
100, yes. And
What
it's
is-
that.
That's 100.
Drain tax that you have on your property, we didn't used to have to pay them, but we do now. Churches, I go to the French church down here, and we have to pay that drain tax, like you have
What
on your
is it
property.
It's for the county drain tiles, so our,
Listen, my property has both tiles on it. I should be getting that $100 because
goes-
everybody's water
Yeah.
floods to my yard.
it goes into the maintenance and the updating.
Yeah, 'cause he
the-
charges.
Lies. They ain't done a dang thing to them. I can tell you because Kenny
Nice one.
stuffed that culvert
I
thing
know.
across the road and it floods down there.
I got 2 forward.
We've gone down there and cleaned, I say we, my husband has gone down there because I ain't sticking my hand in that hole. But he's gone down there and cleaned the rocks and mud and everything that Kenny packed in it, out of it. Twice since we've lived here, a year and a half.
I don't know what we're doing next one.
He's such a
Not like
difficult
I said.
person.
He really is, he's really made it.
With LRS.
I told you, we're pretty easy to get
Sure,
along
you just
with.
go to
We just
5.
happened to meet the town crazy, like within a month and a half
It
of
should have never
being
been
here.
that
Last
high.
year, God,
My daughter wants
I don't even know what
to
we're gonna do. We need to start looking into that too.
I know,
Sweet.
it's on my
It's
list for
not
next month.
like he is now,
LRS, you guys see how much is in LRS right now, right?
Yeah. Well, it's because we're all looking.
So question,
General. No, it went to general. Yeah.
We had to, yeah.
just a question. Snow removal. That is a necessity to an extent. But some years we get almost no snow. And then other years we get bombarded with deep snow. So here's my question. Is there a way to contact the people in town and say, if you want your road plowed, then we'd like everybody to pitch in to cover this it's gonna cost us $300 or whatever. If you want it, let us know, everybody pitch in. If not, then we just don't do it.
That's not gonna happen. They
No,
expect that
we are
have
required to
Say-
provide that safety.
Safety for the fire department, safety for the emergency, safety for everybody.
we pay our taxes.
So why is it blank in previous years?
Just because I didn't have it as a line item, it was under paving and snowing, they were together.
Oh.
This year, it totally bit us in the butt because we gotta have it, but yes. It sucks. We win some years, we lose some years. That's just the game you take with it.
So what do you mean? Like the guy gets paid regardless of whether or not he has.
He had
to
us,
plow?
he put us down, I had to deal with him, he put it down, he had 2 trucks out here, 8 hours for both trucks at 3 different times in one night, charges for all that, plus then 2 more times at 2 trucks, and I have video and followed him around the whole time, and plowed half of the north side with my 4-wheeler before he ever got here.
My son, my 10-year-old did Mill Street
Mm.
from Debbie's house all the way down to the Wilson's property with his John Deere and his plow on the front because it wasn't cleared off.
That's why the last snows, when we had the big snow, me and him got into it, and didn't want to pay him, so I took the 4-wheel and I plowed it all in 45 minutes. That last big snow, the whole town, alleys and all, in 45 minutes to prove a point. And he tried to charge us. He wanted to charge us for him coming out here, and it had already been done. So no,
So he charged $300 total
no,
or
he
each
charged
time?
$2,000.
That's what we budgeted.
That's what we
That's
budgeted
not how
for.
much he charged. You have to go back. and
It's
see the
usually $100,
financials.
$120 an hour is
So-
what they do.
if the town has to cover the cost of it, we have contract with the fire department, contract with the police department, why are we not contracting
We are.
snow removal?
We do, we contract.
Well, I'm
we
saying
find
for a
somebody,
set amount for,
because nobody's gonna do that. You're not gonna find a contractor come out and say, yeah, I'll keep it plowed all year for $500. They go by hourly,
And what
everybody makes
happened
it.
with that,
I've
he
done it
was in
for-
the hospital,
Yeah.
the guy that we had to cut, but his worker, we lied to him. We flat up lied to him.
Yeah, he was in the hospital with a heart attack or something like that. But you're not gonna find anybody to take a chance and say, yeah, I'll keep it plowed the whole year for a set amount of money. It don't work that way. They don't do that.
Yeah, they
Nobody
gotta-
contractor
they
does.
gotta have
Let's be
insurance.
honest, it was hard enough for us to find him for this
I've,
price.
I've done this for years. I've snow plowed for years and there's no contractor that's gonna do that. I mean, if you can find one, have at it, by all means, but
Push comes to shove.
They
it's
have to
a,
have
it's a town.
municipality
You have to
insurance.
have commercial
Longer
insurance.
doing it was
Gotta have
against
commercial.
our laws,
Yep.
because he didn't have insurance
Nope.
on that. If something would've happened to
Right.
him, we would've been liable.
I was just asking, because I know like our church contracts out for a set amount.
That's not a town.
Well, I'm
You're doing
saying,
streets. This
I've
is-
never had to pay
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
for snow
Yeah,
removal,
that's what I'm trying to
excuse me,
say.
all over
I'm
the place.
explaining.
I'm asking the
Yeah,
question
yeah,
because
I'm-
I'm saying you have a set amount for him, a set amount for them.
And that's why.
Is that something that if a church can do it for a parking lot to be cleared out every Sunday through snow season,
Right.
can you also do that for a town?
And
And
they
your
do.
answer is no, that's fine.
And they do, and I'm guaranteeing the church, I've never done a church, I've done it for the last 26 years, that we charge by the hour. Even on churches, that's not by the lot. You don't charge it by it. Because if you have, if you got 2 inches of snow, or if you got 4 inches, you're not gonna plow the same lot for the same you did for 2 inches. It don't work that way. They charge by the inches. If you look into it, I look into it a little more, I bet you that's how it is.
I've never done snow removal, but I've also never gone to a church where the members didn't also plow on the
Right.
side. So
And a
they
lot-
usually go and do it for a set amount for the parking lot for
A
the
lot of
year.
times we have, what's his name over here with the Bobcat, I'm sure you've probably seen him out, he'd come
Tyler
out,
Russell.
Tyler Russell. He would come out and clean out everybody's mailboxes and do things like that too. People, if we had people like that, then that'd be great. But once again, it's a liability if something happens, then we're gonna have to deal with that.
Right.
I mean, I talked about buying a truck and just keeping it clean myself, but I can't do that because
That
I'm
one-
on the board.
That one year I had, I used to be the clerk treasurer, one year, we didn't have
It
nobody.
was 1,500 each
To do
purchase
it.
last year.
That's what I
And
thought.
we ended up,
So we're over
I had to get a hold of one of the farmers out here, and he had to come in, because we got like 9 inches.
Oh, because of all of it.
We were
I'll tell you right now, the few that we
And
have,
he come
like,
in, he had just
trying
had
to get
over
quotes out
pneumonia,
this side.
and he come in and
Brown
he just
pages.
tracked
Oh,
it,
yeah.
like the one that was on,
cleared it out.
Right.
right now, between LRS and MVH, we've spent 1,500 in snow removal. We're gonna have to up
What's MVH?
motor vehicle highway.
Okay.
That's just the way that they come in, the money. Each,
There's
Do you
no
have
money in
that?
LRS in order to even fund snow removal.
each account, each fund can only be spent for certain things. Do you have that in here?
Yes, each
Yeah.
fund is tabbed and highlighted,
It'll tell you different things that you can take out of it.
like receipts and disbursements. Receipts is how we get the money, disbursements is how we can use the money.
Sorry, I just saw this on another page. What is this casino and riverboat fund?
Money that comes in from, casino for the.
Oh, it comes from it.
Uh-huh.
I thought you were putting money in an account for it, and I'm like,
No.
I don't know about you, but the metropolis of Cadiz does not have riverfront property nor a casino.
No, it's a state thing.
I think that snow removal should stay at 300 from LRS. We can up it from MPH if we need to.
I'm sorry.
I think it needs to stay at 300 from local roads and streets to LRS.
300.
I think LRS paving needs to stay at 500 because we have zero money in local roads and streets right now. We are in the negative in local roads and streets right now. motor vehicle highway,
So up this, 12?
we're gonna need more than 1,200.
For snow removal?
Mm-hmm.
What did we have it the year before?
It was grouped in with paving.
Didn't we last year? Oh, I thought we got it for some reason last year.
We separated it last
Oh, okay.
year, cause we had, remember it was like snow removal / paving, and I broke
Yep.
it out to make
Broke
it
it out.
easier for us.
1,500.
That's what we paid for that.
That's what we
One
paid for
time.
one time.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing different this time, when whoever talks to whoever we decide to get, is there, Caddis is no 2-truck operation. 1 truck is plenty. That's where he got us.
Mhm.
And there was no 2 trucks. He goes, when I talked to him, I said, I got you on camera. I went and talked to the driver. There was only 1 driver. Oh, I got 2 red trucks. It was, he wasn't even there. And that's what got me. So I fought it as best I could, but he ended up taking 2 hours off because he charges for 10 hours, 2 times. 2 trucks at the same night. And I said, you don't understand. You weren't here that long. Caddis is 6 alleys and 4 roads. It's an hour. They tripled their time in Sulphur. Same guy did Sulphur. Tripled their time over there. It took them longer over there and charged them not even a quarter of what would charge us. Same guy did it. 1 guy. Didn't have 2 trucks there. At the same time he was here.
So have you talked to Sulphur about that?
I tried, and then she's real good buddies with him, the one that's the accountant over there, and it didn't work out for me. So I was talking to
No, I
him.
just meant so that he could lose business on both ends.
Oh, yeah, they are real good buddies over there. He does everything for Sulphur, because that's where he lives. So, yeah, I thought he was a real good dude until then.
I didn't see him a week from Saturday. He's coming to our class reunion.
For snow removal, I would start with 1,700.
And for NVH,
Mm-hmm.
so that'd make it 2,000 then total, or
Yep,
both.
Is that just for 38?
we don't plow 38.
We don't do 38.
So
State
why
will
do we have
do it.
snow removal twice?
Because it can come out of 2 different funds.
Oh, okay.
Because it's coming out of local roads and streets and motor vehicle highway. That's money that we get in from 2 different taxes
Oh,
that people pay for, like, local roads, motor vehicle highway. It says in your packet what the receipts for that is, so.
Oh, okay.
On the page, it says receipts. Types of receipts are from the general property taxes, other taxes, business licenses and permits, non-business licenses and permits. It's just a percentage of taxes that we get, and it gets allocated to that fund.
Okay.
And the state sets all of those amounts.
So you're up in snow removal to 17, correct?
From motor vehicle
From
highway,
Motor
yes.
Vehicle Highway,
Paving, I know we need to do potholes. I know the one out here on 525 is starting to get bad.
yeah. Potholes and some crack filler, because the road in
Yes.
front of her, where that culvert is, it needs sealed
Yeah.
across it.
Mhm.
And then there's a couple cracks on the new spots when I walked around. It needs there. A couple gallons, I think, will take care of everything.
Are we doing that this year or next year?
Whatever you guys want to do. I would prefer if we could get it done this year to
I
get the water out of it this year. But
Question.
Mhm.
If you fix that culvert down there at the road, is it on the county to come out and fix the culvert itself because it does not drain? And the problem is with that V-shaped road, it goes through one and then through another and none of it drains because Kenny screwed it up.
we had a debate on that the other day already. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
does the town put
County
money,
fixed it.
What county did?
does the town pay money to fix this? Well, I'm
We
saying to
haven't
fix
yet.
the road,
The road.
just if the culvert's not fixed, the road problem's gonna become a road problem a second, a third, a fifth, an eighth time
The road
until the
problem.
county gets
Right,
the culvert fixed, is what I'm saying.
right. The road problem, the only one I'm talking about is the crack that's just down by your goats there. There's a crack going across from the culvert where they laid it and it didn't come up. It
Right.
didn't seal back and it just separated. That's the only thing, keep
Well,
it from getting any worse.
I can tell you, in the springtime, there's one full week where we have water standing out there because it doesn't drain and it actually floods the road right there.
I gotcha.
So I'm wondering if that came up like that because the road is,
Washed.
because it gets, essentially gets washed over.
Yeah.
And it's not deep, I mean, it's like maybe an inch or two, but that's when Josh goes out there and starts digging stuff out of the culvert again.
Gotcha.
But we have a tile line that runs this direction and then one that runs this direction and one tees into the other. So when that culvert is clogged up, this side of 38 is draining across 38, across Debbie's property and into my property to tee up into the other. And then because that culvert gets blocked off, essentially all of Caddis's water is sitting in my field.
I gotcha.
Everything, everything goes south, isn't that what they tried to tell us?
Yeah.
It goes south.
So I'm just saying, I don't know that if the town already is struggling with money, I don't know that pouring money into something that the county needs to fix before
Yeah.
is necessarily the best use of money. I have no idea.
But with the asphalt we just laid, I want to preserve it as best we can.
Right.
That's the only thing. If we can crack fill in a $20 a gallon of crack fill, I buy it out of my own pocket. You know, just do that. That's all I care about. Is preserve that road as much as we can
Right.
until something happens. But
If we do buy that, it'd go under the highway restricted, which has to be used for roadways. I think that doing it this year, obviously, I think we already allocated, or like, we already appropriated it for this year because we already said these same spots needed for
Right.
this year. So we can get it done either in July or August before it gets cold,
okay.
that's fine. Like, we can invoice from county highway,
Okay.
so we just need to get the crack seal.
So what are we asking next year?
I think if we're not gonna do any paving and just do potholes and crack fill, we can move paving from the motor vehicle highway down to 1,000. Cause that'll cover potholes and crack fill. Keep motor vehicle highway restricted high in case we have something that we have to take care of that's gonna be more. Restricted has,
Is that what the utility serves? No, that's your,
Because when we done the,
I don't have a
when we done
restricted
the
on here.
streets, there wasn't.
yeah, it
any-
is, it's in motor vehicle highway,
Okay.
because it's a subcontinent. Do what?
When we done the streets, the grading of the streets, they weren't so bad. We had spots that if we were gonna do anything would be go into, resurface the asphalt stuff, so I wouldn't think of anything for this year.
Yeah.
I think that's another 2 years out before. So you think drop that paving part to 1,000?
Restricted?
Because we're gonna be
No.
having to move it to general.
Just
Okay.
paving,
You know.
the
Yeah.
motor vehicle,
Paving.
yeah. Knock that 2,000 down to 1,000.
What's the utility service?
Streetlights.
Okay.
Is that about the same?
I was just looking at that, we've paid out. We've only paid out 692 as of June 30th. So we could lower it because we had it raised because we were having the wonky bills and stuff. We didn't know what was going on. So 14, I would say 1,500. That would cover a little bit extra if we had a fluctuation,
Yeah.
because,
Well, we switched the light bulb things out too, and so that was cheaper. Okay.
15 on the lights.
yeah,
Now, what did you say on this, the restricted paving? Or did you go that far? You guys were talking.
We was talking about keeping it high.
Keep it at 7?
Yeah, at
I
least.
think so, at least.
We could up it to not. It's really bothering me that we don't have those amounts yet. They were supposed, they have until the 15th to give us our estimated amounts. I thought I had this year's in this pile, but I don't see it.
We just want to keep that up, so if we have to do anything, we can have a bunker to set on, correct? So
Yeah,
I wouldn't go with it too drastic, but
no,
go another 1,000, add to it and go. What do you think?
we could manage that.
That's what I think. I mean, that way we're not putting,
Yeah. You know, just do
So
1,000
what have we done on paving
this year?
this year?
Nothing.
I don't think we have.
We get about 3,000 into motor vehicle having restricted a year, a little bit over. So, right now, we're sitting at just under 7,000 in it. So, because when we did that, we estimated that we would be at 7,000 this year. So, what are we saying then? 9 or 8?
I said 8.
Okay,
What do you think?
I think that's fine. That will cover anything like if we have immediate repair.
Right.
So altogether, that'll leave 9,500. No.
For what?
Yeah. Total on paving 9,500.
8, 9, yeah.
To the round number.
Taylor, you want me to skip to police departments so that if you, do you need to go?
Yeah, but working several kids.
Okay. Your donation fund. Right now we have, it's on the back page.
CPD. Okay.
You have 600 in your donation fund. Last year we just allocated the whole 700 in case you needed it. I can do the 600 if you want. Do you
Yeah.
plan on doing any fundraisers or anything to get more money in there?
We've talked about it, but
Nothing set in stone.
nothing set in stone.
Okay.
Are we doing
And
CPD
then
for 6?
yours, yeah. Your CPD general fund, we'll have to do once taxes or insurance is done.
Okay.
So once I get all the officers' insurance amounts and Wi-Fi amounts, then we can just up that a little bit for surplus and be done.
Okay.
Okay? Is that good with you guys? Okay.
Yeah.
What's repairs and maintenance?
For what? Oh, continued ed. Repairs and maintenance,
Well, went for 900 down to 250, so I'm,
that's because there's nothing in continued ed to pay for it. How much have we spent out of repairs and maintenance so far this year? I'll look. Nothing. That's,
Not a prior year that we did, I think.
yeah, because we had to do something on the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
You took over, we took it down to nice how work on it.
I think we put it to 250 to cover oil changes every year. And any other like little things, because the rest of it comes out of general fund for vehicle maintenance. So just enough to cover oil changes and any other little
And that comes
things.
out of continue ed?
Yeah.
Like my ticket from continue ed?
Mhm.
Couldn't you just allocate all of it for oil changes and stuff? That way it would cover any other repairs that would be needed? That way it doesn't have to come out of general? So like, you allocate it for it, whatever, if it has to come out of general, you know, cause there's not any more money in there, that's
Yeah.
one thing, but can we allocate it that way it frees up that portion in the general fund?
That's $1,100. You only get like $400 a year on continued ed. The money's not mapping.
Yeah, okay. I don't know,
No,
I don't know that aspect of it.
because at this moment, we don't even have enough in continued ed to cover this year's budget.
Okay.
I'm gonna okay, go get my kids. Do you want this folder back?
You can take it and look it over. We use those every year, so I just made it today.
Oh.
So, but it is something that I will want back, so I can give it to you next year.
No, that's fine.
So go ahead and take it and just come back next.
Study it and ask Debbie
Yeah.
lots of questions.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yep,
Yeah,
I will
thank
text
you.
you tomorrow probably, just let you know my number.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, professional services, continued ed, it says 900, so,
I need to keep it at 900. That's Verizon.
okay. And the 250 on repairs and maintenance, you said, same?
I say we keep it at
It just feels good.
I think it's like 80 in here at least.
Keep the same you said. on
500?
repairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's the outfit, buddy.
Oh, I know it's the outfit.
500 on,
Yeah, 500 on office supplies. That's what we paid for their bullets.
oh, okay.
Can we anticipate?
No, you can X that.
What?
Or do you need to keep
Huh?
that, the 250, do you need to keep it or do you need to X it?
We need to keep it.
Okay.
We got 900 for Verizon, 500 for office supplies, which are your bullets,
Okay.
Trying to save us some money here.
and 250 for repairs and maintenance.
Doing what I can. I know why you're doing it, I'm just saying, we're good, keep it.
Okay. We need to keep it.
Okay.
The continued ed, if their money's not there, then we can't pay for it, you know,
Okay.
because that's your guys' fund. We don't know how much it's gonna generate each month. As long as we have enough for Verizon,
Okay.
you know. What's next? Rainy day fund? There's only 200 in it, so we'll just leave it at 200.
So is that all for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I need that spreadsheet fixed by like the 20th. So
That's
10
fine,
days.
I'll work on that tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, did you skip over riverboat management?
Yeah, we wanted to get
Okay.
Taylor done. So
I'm trying to keep up here.
sorry. The opioid fund, we've already talked about that. We're not spending money out of it. We can get like $12 a year on it.
Right.
And then
CPD,
No,
600.
okay, that's where the 600 come in. Now, what is that for?
That's their donation fund. That's money that they
Their
donate.
donation
Mhm.
fund?
And then CPD general is one that I'll take care of later when we get the insurance information. Yeah.
Gee, okay.
Yeah, we need to work on those.
Where?
The top of the riverboat.
Yeah.
Computer and hardware land improvement.
Did we ever get billed from the attorney?
We don't unless he,
Has to do something? Okay. So are we leaving that at 2,000?
I think we should, yeah. We might need to we might have to do a reduction in appropriation this year to keep it at the 2,000, because we can't appropriate 2,000 if we've appropriated 2,000 this year when we only have,
Oh, we didn't use it.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's something I can get.
On this, when, back on what we were asking on the general, because I know she'll look at this for the volunteer fire department, is there a limit on that, what we asked for?
It's whatever we can afford. We don't ask for money, we ask if we can spend the money that we're receiving.
for those, yeah, but if we were to take that up, would it be allowed? See, I don't know, I never went too far out of my boundary because I had no idea what I could get.
We don't have the money to up it. We are currently looking at a $19,000 budget, and we're only getting in, what, 6,000 in general alone, like, so we have to, you know how we have to transfer money to general
Mhm.
every year?
Mhm.
So we have to figure out where to transfer it from, and there's nowhere to transfer it from because we've transferred everything we can out of LRS. We can't transfer anything else out of LRS. We're in the negative already. As far as that goes, motor vehicle highway, we only have 2,000. That you don't have anything to transfer to general.
Mhm. Well, that's this year. No, I didn't know if we could, don't we give them, part of that Lloyd?
We allocate some of Lloyd to them, yes.
Wasn't that like 200? Or we were giving them like 600 every 6 months?
150, so 300, I think. 125. Riverboat should probably stay 2,000.
What have we used Riverboat for this year?
Nothing.
Nothing, we just not done anything with
No,
it?
not yet.
Have we done all of our transfers?
For the 2025 year, yes.
Okay.
We did transfer some out of Riverboat last December, I think. I think in December.
Well, I know, 23 was 1,000, 24 was 3,000.
Because we were
25 was
needing
2,000.
the riverboat, we upped it to 3,000 because we were doing ordinance changes. And we wanted to make sure we had that covered.
So what is Riverboat for?
Legal and corporate purposes. That's receipts, disbursements, next page. Disbursements, it's on page 4-9.
Got it here. Park and Recreation Operating Fund.
That, yeah, that doesn't apply, this is Riverboat, this is carryover from this page. So these are all receipts,
Okay,
and that's the disbursements.
4.9? I don't know, 4.9.
4-9 at the bottom. My kids put those in numerical order, so if it's not right, that is 4-9.
That's 4.8,
Is it? Oh,
and then it jumps to 12.
my kids put them in alphabetical order.
This is Riverboat and that says 90
Yeah, let's see.
It's okay.
I was recording all the free help I could get.
If they were working for pennies, delete a couple.
They were working for dinner.
Oh,
No? Is one line that says,
What does it say?
we transferred some of Riverboat to general almost every year. I don't see us being able to do that this year because there's only 274 in River, wow, that's continuing. 3,000, there's 3,000 in Riverboat at the moment.
So it's been sitting there for a little bit.
We use that as our backup to transfer to general every year. It's one of the ones that we have to.
Well, okay, because that's, I know because we're a town under 500, we're allowed to move things
Yeah.
to general.
I think we should leave it at 2,000.
Okay.
Sure.
We never know if we have another tort claim we have to fight, or, you know,
Yeah.
pursuit gone wrong, you know, anything.
For Riverboat, right?
That would be legal purposes, yes. I think that we could lower CCI.
Are we gonna have to transfer it?
Probably. We're gonna have to figure out where to
681 in there?
Yeah. Should lower to 200.
200 on CCI?
Yeah. That way, if we have to buy a webcam or something, or
Okay.
a hard drive, I have a hard drive, but
What do you say? Where are you at?
200 on to CCI, right there.
200.
200. It was 500.
I know.
Lit needs to stay at least 950 to cover.
Needs to stay at 950.
We don't really have a choice on that, and I was gonna say,
That's to cover animal control, fire department, and police department if there's anything increases for
how much was the, animal control?
that. This year, currently, anything?
Okay. Now, if we don't spend all that money out of there, what are we gonna do with that?
For lit,
Mm-hmm.
it can only be used for completely public safety.
We don't have to give it back, is what
No.
I'm saying. Because I know in, theirs,
The continued ed,
yeah,
it has to be sent back to county after
yeah.
some. Not with lit.
Normally, we spend it out, but I was wondering on this,
Yeah.
so we spend 300 of this 950 goes for the police, or the fire department.
And then the animal control, we use it for animal control. So I don't know, do we wanna keep it at 950? We have 3,000 in there, we can't go up in case we need it for other things we can up it to 2,000. That'd be the max, I would do it. Cause that's not a fund that we're transferring to general,
Right.
that's a fund that stays there.
So we're staying
Well, if we can go up on it, I'd go up.
Okay,
Where to?
2,000, is what I would say. I wouldn't go more than
on lit.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. CPD general, and you said that's the insurance stuff?
2,000.
Huh?
2,000.
On Lloyd?
Yes. We have almost 3,000 in that account, and that's like if we have a major animal control issue or something, we don't have to file an additional appropriation for it. Yeah. Okay.
Dan, are we done?
I think that's it with the budget for now. My next meeting isn't until August 6th, and I think we have a town board meeting in.
We don't have to do anything opioid unrestricted, right?
No, that's gonna
No.
stay 0.
August 5th is the Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, my meeting's the 8th, not the 6th. I tried to get it before that. So, on
That
the,
one we're not gonna do yet, that's over the insurance, she's waiting to get the
Oh.
insurance.
on August 5th, we will discuss when we are doing our budget meetings, because we're gonna have to do one probably on the 19th and one on the 2nd. So we might have to have a second meeting in August.
Okay.
But we'll discuss, I'll make sure everything's ready for that, the August meeting. And then we're gonna have to discuss how we are going to afford a $42,000 budget for the town, and we don't get $42,000 in revenue.
From the bottom end.
Yeah,
And what?
We're gonna get $42,000, that's on the low end,
yeah,
depending, because we haven't got a contract yet with.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And that's not even included, well, the police department, I don't consider the police department a part of our budget, because it's all money they put in and then put out. So, yeah. I'm okay with adjourning the meeting at this point, if you guys are. Somebody make a motion to adjourn this
I
meeting.
make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second it? Aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Turn that
this
thing
will be the,
off. Turn that thing off.
we're adjourning the meeting right now at 9:42.
9:42 PM.
Oh,
Thank you.
God.
Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you.
Stop streaming. Stop. Did it stop? We're still streaming.